This week on the Jock and Nerd Podcast, we review Paul Thomas Anderson's action thriller, One Battle After Another. Plus, reactions to the Alien Earth finale, the latest episode of Peacemaker Season 2, and more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, September 29th, 2025.
This is Norm MacDonald, and you're listening to the, hang on, I got it here. It says, the Jock and Nerd Podcast, known for their series of gay erotica found on Amazon, No? That's not that? Oh. Well, I fucked that up, I guess.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. Jock it, we nerd it. We funny, disturb it. We jock it, we nerd it. We spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, what's up, listener? How you doing? Thank you for pressing play, and welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And joining us, he's a former felty revolutionary, went by the codename Sandwich Boy, but he's known to us as Rug Boy. What's up, Rugs?
Yeah, call me Rug Bifida.
Rug Bifida Beverly Hills.
Or Spina Bifida. Or whatever, anything with a biff in it.
I believe, Anthony, it's because of Ruggs' revolutionary practices that Subway was bullied into putting the yoga mats back into the bread because they taste better that way. We all know that. You should never have taken it out.
There was yoga mats in the bread?
Yeah, don't you remember? It made it stretchy and fluffy.
Ooh. Wow.
Have you noticed the difference? Do you eat at Subway, Anthony?
No, Jersey Mike's now, man. Jersey Mike's is the place to go to sandwich now.
I eat at Subway still.
And how's the
every
bread?
once in a while.
It's
all right.
It was better before with the yoga.
Yeah, but also it was the $5 footlongs that it was putting them out of business.
Yes.
What are you getting at that Subway, Anthony?
Usually an Italian sandwich.
All right.
You know what's hilarious about $5 footlongs? Do you know what their current fucking deal is?
What?
They went from $5 footlongs to 6 inches for $6.
Oh, shit.
That's inflation. That's some motherfucking inflation.
And they'll give you a sandwich.
And they'll give you a sandwich with that 6 inches. Let me get 6 inches.
Well, yeah, that's more ubiquitous. It's hard to find a footlong these
look,
days.
there's our dick joke. We can proceed now.
Believe
Wonderful.
me, I've tried.
Yes. Thanks for contributing to the dick joke this week, Anthony.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's get started.
We need all the help we can get.
Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Look, we got a lot of fun things to talk about. The two shows we have been reviewing, we got a finale. The other one, some crazy shit happened, and then quite a wild movie that's going to be full of discussion, no doubt. I have many thoughts. So let's begin. This time we're going to start with Peacemaker, Season 2. We're up to Episode 6. This one titled Ignorance is Chris. Here's your spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, we're getting to the fun part. We're getting to we heard the last 3 episodes of the show are going to be crazy. This is the first of the last 3. Anthony, do you remember this week what happened? Can you give us a quick recap?
Because
okay.
I had you do it last week, and although it helped, your summaries are just basically recapping the entire show.
Yes.
And literally everything that happened. So I'm going to try to take this back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so in this episode, the team goes to Earth 2 to get Chris back. And while they're on Earth 2, they encounter different people. Harcourt has to go to Argus. Economos and Adebayo ads are stuck in the house. Freaking Adrian is looking for a version of himself.
Yeah.
But as they're doing this, you can see Harcourt and Chris, they finally connect, and it sounds like she does have some sort of feeling for him.
Yeah.
But Chris still wants to stay, thinks this is the perfect world for him. And while Ads is out on the street taking a stroll, everyone stops and looks at her because she is the only black person or person of color in this universe. And the big reveal here is that the United States' flag has the Nazi swastika where the stars would be.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Along with this, things things are starting to unravel as Economos reveals to Chris's parents or dad that their Chris has died. Along with that, Harcourt at the end of the episode points out that the Harcourt we've all been looking at is not the Harcourt of this universe. So everyone is stuck or getting chased, or the ruse is up on Chris in this fantasy universe that he thought was perfect.
And then the only other important thing, what's Rick Flag Sr. up to? This is huge.
Oh, yeah. And then we also get to see Rick Flag. He's trying to figure out a way to find Chris or get some sort of help. And he pulls a few strings to connect with Lex Luthor to do this.
Holy shit. Nicholas Hoult cameo.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor. Okay.
I wasn't expecting to see Lex Luthor.
No. And
he was in jail.
Yeah, he's in Bell Rev, and he gets to play it a little meaner, a little more R-rated adult. But holy shit, what a fun episode. If this is the direction it's going, what did you think of this overall, Anthony? And we'll dive into some fucking crazy moments.
You were right in your hypotheses.
Came true.
Yes, I like this episode. It's another solid episode. I like the thing unraveling, with this perfect universe and everyone now being in a place where the ruse is up and they're all getting kind of chased, or there's suspicion around each of them. So, Ads is getting chased by all the whites.
Yes.
Chris, his dad, is now going to be very suspicious of him.
Yep.
Harcourt is looking at another Harcourt.
Yep. In front of everyone.
Economos just vomited everything over.
He just blurts everything out. He's like, "Oh my god, I've said too much."
And then Adrian's just having a good old time until he realizes that this universe's Adrian is like a freedom fighter against Peacemaker and his crew.
So many fucking fun moments. Ruggs, what'd you think of this episode? What stuck out?
Well, I've been waiting for this ever since we kind of talked about the hypothesis, and James Gunn confirmed it on an interview that he did where he was like, things are about to go batshit crazy. And so I've been anticipating this turn. As again, like this, I'm going to say this probably a few times. Is like I'm getting tired of the Nazi thing, literally being used for like every show. But so it takes a little bit of its originality out of it. I mean, but it is. I feel like it's doing Earth 10.
Yeah,
and maybe in this universe, Superman lands in Russia and becomes a Russian. Not Russia. He lands in Nazi Germany. He becomes the Uberman.
Right. Overman is the Earth X version.
Right.
But so this is all from the comics. So it's very interesting.
Yeah. So it has precedence. So I can't really get mad at it. But I actually enjoyed it a lot. I think it's working out really well. It's fun TV. It's a little bit like, Ads is like, I got to go for a walk. Like, I don't know if that would actually really happen.
Well, she also...
let me take a stroll.
She very easily figured out how to use that fucking device. She's like, you just put the things here and you flip these things and sure.
Yes, but it's a comedy.
Yes.
You don't really take it as seriously.
There's a couple of convenient things that they do in this episode, it's fine because...
but I enjoy it.
Yes.
I enjoy it. It's fun.
Oh my God. I love the opening where they're in the diner and they take the picture and then the picture starts melting to subtly hint this is where the shit is going to get crazy. Adrian is so mean to his mother. It made me uncomfortable. I was like, bro, come on. That's your mom. She's like, hey, you guys have a mom that's like a tick on your dick. I was like, come on, buddy. And the fact that he told his mom that Amelia was his girlfriend and she was too slutty, so he broke
that was
up.
Funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, and then his secret room is full of fucking dope and money. That's great. I love how they instantly start stealing the money because he's like, I'm not using this money. It's blood money. And they're just like, yoink. I would have done the same thing. Yeah, so Ed somehow fucking figures out this portal. And then another great moment when they get into the other dimension and Keith finds Amelia in there and they all have to hide. And she shuts the door and she's just like, sorry, I just take a shit in there. It's rancid. I was like, it was fucking hilarious.
Chris sent me to get this the snow globe.
He's like, that's odd. His mom gave him that on his deathbed. So he's confused. And you notice she instantly on the car ride to Argus notices something's wrong.
Yeah, she's on top of it right away.
I mean, I can't believe Chris hasn't noticed this the whole time because his life is so perfect. I guess he was just blind. But I love that Amelia instantly noticed something is wrong. Here's another great conversation in the car about Halloween, which is a real band, right, Ruggs?
Halloween is a real band.
So in this universe, they are the biggest band next to the Beatles, and the Beatles has Mick Jagger replacing John Lennon in this alternate universe. I love these little touches. It's kind of funny. Adrian finding his house and just laughing at everything was fucking fantastic. Where he sees the Cheerios and he's just like, I'm taking this with me. And then he walks by, he sees his mom and dad, and he goes, oh, my dad's not gay here. Fucking hilarious. And then the moment where he meets his other Adrian, and at first you're like, this guy's gonna be all serious. Like, it's gonna be opposite. And he draws on him. And Adrian's like, I'm you from another dimension. And I love this reaction where he just changes and goes, are you fucking kidding me? And they're exactly the same. So fucking funny. Finally, Freddie Stroma gets to do some fun work in this show as Vigilante.
Lots of fun.
So then let me ask you this. They mention, they're pointing at each other and they're like, we Spider-Man meme. And I was like, what?
Oh, shit.
That means that the character of Spider-Man exists in this DCU. What the fuck? What?
Well, no, maybe it exists as a cartoon.
Right. Is it a fictional character as it is here in our real world? So, okay, that could be possible. It could actually just be a comic book. But that had me spinning. I was like, what the fuck?
You just wanted it to be Spider-Man.
They just acknowledged Spider-Man in the fucking DCU show. What the fuck?
No, they're not. They're just doing pop culture things.
Yeah, I think you're freaking out too much about something.
Okay, so it maybe establishes that Marvel Comics exists or some comic, and they invented a character called Spider-Man. All right, I'll calm down.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can make that assumption.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're thinking about it like that.
Like James Gunn was sitting there going, you know what? I probably shouldn't do this because it doesn't make sense, but I want to do it, so let's do it.
Yeah, probably.
Let's do the meme.
I'm sure he's just like, everybody knows it. You're pointing at each other. It's the meme. Fuck it. He's like, whatever. Just say it. Who cares?
Yeah.
What did you guys... Okay, so the whole sequence with Nick Holt, Lex Luthor, and Bell Rev with Flag, very interesting. What did you guys think of what happened, the deal he makes? Anthony, how it went down.
The deal he makes with Lex Luthor? Basically, he's going to let him out of prison.
Well, he's going to put him into a prison without any metahumans, kind of lesser, I guess, not as high security, something.
Right. I mean, a
little bit more of a walk in the park kind of place.
Yeah. You know, I thought seeing Nicholas Holt in here was a big surprise. I didn't think we would get any Superman characters of that caliber in the show. It looks like they're writing a way for Lex to get out because of the next movie.
Yep.
You know, you don't take the show as seriously, like Rugg said, but I mean, pretty stupid by Flag, right? Like you're going to have this personal vendetta and you're going to be like, okay, well, we're going to take one of the person that almost destroyed the world and put him in a non-max security prison. Great.
Yeah, and he's like, we're partners with Lex Luthor now. I was like, oh, that's not fucking smart. But
right. And, you know, Lex is written in the comics to be, you know, one of the smartest people in the world. So, I mean, he even says you're not going to out-negotiate me.
Yeah, he's like, let's just skip to the end. Ruggs, did you like that he was swearing? He's a little bit darker. It is, again, we just saw him PG-13, and now he gets to be a little naughtier.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit jarring, but...
It is, right? Yeah.
Still, it's fine. I mean, in the context of this show, it makes sense. I just don't like that. I don't know if Rick Flag seems like the same character that he was in Creature Commandos.
Yeah. He seemed more virtuous, maybe? More of a good guy?
Yeah.
Then here he's
maybe it's because of his son, he's blinded by it, but I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't jive well.
I bet you Rick Flag Jr. comes over and maybe he's with them by the end of the show from the other dimension. But here's what I don't understand. He went to Lex going, we need your help. Do you have a scanner we could use to find this thing? Weren't they able to pinpoint every time they used the fucking thing? Didn't they have a machine that just popped up and they're like, oh, he used the machine again. It popped up on the thing.
They did.
So then why do they need fucking Lex Luthor?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because they wrote it that way.
Because they wrote it that way. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Adebayo,
it's a little flimsy.
Very easily Adebayo figures it out, and they're like, we need your scanner. But like, don't you fucking guys have a scanner? How are you finding it or whatever?
I still find it pretty interesting slash funny that this show is so connected to Superman. They're directly referencing things, and now you have Lex Luthor showing up. It's just interesting, the tone from watching Superman. Again, if you were a kid, your parents are like, "Hey, let's go watch Superman," and then they're like, "Okay, the next thing in this universe to watch is Peacemaker season 2," and you watch that and you go, "Oh my gosh, what?"
Yeah,
I'm looking at titties and an orgy and dicks
and boobs everywhere. But then when it comes back to Superman and Lex is over here and you don't get to watch it, you're gonna be like, what's happening?
Right.
What the fuck happened?
It's not like if, for example, when they weave Deadpool into Marvel stuff, it is R, but it's not like tits and dicks.
Yeah,
it's blood and a lot of swearing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just the way they meld these two are so different. It is curious how this all is playing out.
I mean, it is the direct sequel to Superman. And I thought James Gunn was like, "Oh, you're not going to have to do homework to watch our shit. It's all going to be standalone. Don't worry." But all of this seems to connect going forward. Like every piece in order of release, I feel like is going to connect to the next thing. So you do kind of have to watch all of it, I guess.
I mean, that's part of the fun of these shared universes. So
he just said it wasn't going to happen, but he did it anyway.
You can't trust James Gunn.
The conversation when Chris and Emilia from his universe have when he finally gets to her is really good. And I thought they both did a really good job with the emotion. And and then he's she knew he was in love with her, and she goes, "I'm a nightmare," and he goes, "I don't care." And she does feel something, and the fucking tears were great. I thought they nailed that. Great. I heard the tears welling up in her eyes. I bought all of it, and I was like, "Oh!"
I thought it was a good scene. I'm just laughing at Imran being like, "Wow, this is like a very dramatic
It's
scene."
like the best acting I've seen her do in anything so far. I feel
this is up there.
It's the only thing that you've seen her in.
Yes, this so far on this show, it's the best shit.
The only time she got a part.
Yeah.
Nominate him for an Emmy.
That's an Emmy nomination. But no, they have really good chemistry, and I appreciate it.
I mean, I like looking at Harcourt. So.
She remains consistently super attractive in both versions, in the flowy skirt and in the pants. Oh, I love what Keith is like. I can't believe you're wearing pants. She's like, "What do I walk around in my fucking underwear here?" What's going on? A lot of fun little lines in this episode. So, yes, the ending is all crazy. The Adrians are bonding, and they like all the same things until he mentions he is Peacemaker's best friend. And other Adrian's like, "That's why I joined the Sons of Liberty," letting us know that group that Chris murdered were the good guys and trying to battle the white supremacists, and he just murdered all of them. Adebayo going for a walk was weird because I was like, "Don't go for a walk. What are you doing? Do not leave this house. This is not a good idea." And when Keith pulls up and says, "One got out, a black," I was like, "Got out of where? What the fuck is going on here?" What do you think that means? They got them all rounded up somewhere?
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's what the fuck? What do you think it means?
I guess they're like camps and shit. And
I mean, they show the Nazi swastika on the flag.
That's,
you know anything about the Nazis? They're the type to round you up if they don't like you.
Yeah, they like to separate people.
Yeah. Put them all over here. He sees the flag reveal is great because if you notice in past episodes, they've shown those flags on the desks and they've all been rolled up. We've only seen the stripes. And then we pulls it out. He's just like, "Fuck." She's like, "This is your perfect universe." Fantastic. Great reveal. The shit is all out in the open and poor Ads is getting chased. And Augie knows everything, and now everybody's fucked. So, yeah, that was really fun.
Whatever happened to the wrestler guy, the judo master?
Oh, that is a good question. Judo master followed him in, and we don't know if he's already. Maybe he's can get strung up. He's hanging from a tree somewhere. I don't know. They're not going to be happy he's there.
No, I guess not.
I forgot about him. That's a good that's a nice point.
Yeah. The whole episode did not have no Jew master. So yeah, this is what I was waiting for. This is super fun, and I think it's gonna get crazier next 2 episodes. So solid. Any other observations, comments?
No, I think you covered it there, Imran.
No, what do you think is going to happen? Let's try and predict the ending.
Oh man,
I think. Go ahead.
No, I think the other Rick Flag, is going to be a part of this, possibly helping them. That's all I got. What are you thinking?
I mean, they're going to find a way back, right? They're going to find a way back. Maybe one of the main characters dies.
Ooh, you think somebody dies?
He's got to kill his dad again and his brother.
Yeah, it's possibly he kills both of them again.
Yeah, maybe by the end too, Rick Flag is put in a situation where he has to help Chris.
Yeah, because he's not going to like being in this universe now that he knows.
Then Chris and Harcourt will get a little frisky again.
No, did he bang the other Harcourt, Amelia too? They were in bed together.
I think they just cuddled him, Run.
Well, yeah.
He didn't show it. It didn't happen. Maybe
the questions today are
maybe they were just taking a nap. Did they explicitly bang? I think it's important.
It's implied, Imran.
He's banging. He wants to bang both Amelias.
Usually, if I wake up next to a woman in a bed and my shirt's off,
her shirt's off,
it means that we gave each other really good massages.
Is that what happened? Yeah. Science happens. That's when science occurs.
And got tired. Yeah, they fucked it.
All right. Just asking a question, Jesus. But yeah, no. How
many episodes are left?
There's 2 left.
2 left. Okay.
We got the peen, and we got the final.
Yeah, next week is the peen episode.
Peen. Okay. I'll try to watch it. HBO Max is really trying to get me, so I might save the last.
This is fucking hell. This is hell.
They're trying to make us pay another fucking $8 per person here.
I might save them for 2 because if I keep putting them on vacation at the same time,
they want you to pay $8 per person
to add additional household members.
But you can only add 1 additional person.
Oh, son of a bitch!
So like if we wanted to add Rug, like you couldn't do both because then I'll say
it'll be like you're not over here.
This is some bullshit, people.
Yeah.
Come on, HBO Max! I give you so much money. Make it easy. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, what a bunch of bullshit.
Blame Netflix because Netflix.
We were there from the beginning.
That's true.
Netflix started this. Everyone was like, "Oh, the subscriber count's going to go down because Netflix is pissing people off." It didn't. It went up.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're just going to do the same. Squeeze some more money in."
Disney Plus is doing it too.
Yes, and all the prices are going up. I'm getting emails every day. This thing is going up. This thing. Oh, it's a nightmare.
I think we can beat this. We can just all have access to the same email, and then they can't fuck with us.
No, but they see the IPs of where you are in the location, and it's obvious these people are not in the same house. If anybody knows how to hack this, just send us an email. Anyways, listener, you can.
No, I'm saying if we all get the password back at the same email.
Oh,
yeah, then we don't have to bother you. We just.
All right. Anyways, that's logistics. Listener, you can let us know what you thought of this Peacemaker episode. Join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. It is a closed, exclusive group just for you. There's a link in the episode description. There's spoiler threads. People post fun things. You're going to meet lots of fun, like-minded people. Get in there. Chop it up. All right. Let's get to the second TV review. We are finally at the finale, Alien Earth, episode 8, titled The Real Monsters. Here's your spoilers. Spoiler alert. Anthony, recap this one for us, please.
This one I watched as soon as it came out, so it's I'm a little fuzzy, but in this episode, the fucking Weyland Yutani is on the way, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna have to default to you. You describe this one.
Well, remember at the end of the last episode, we start with the Lost Boys in a cage. We start with a rundown from Adam telling BK communications are cut off. Weyland Yutani's on the way. We have the Lost Boys in this cage that can't necessarily hold him, but it's the best we got. And the kids and Wendy finally come to the realization that, hey, maybe they should be afraid of us. Why are we in here? Well, maybe they're the real monsters. And Wendy hacks into the whole fucking place and breaks out. Meanwhile, Morrow and Joe are in a cell. Wendy helps them out. Morrow finds Kirsch. We got a fantastic fight we've been waiting for all season. More of the aliens escape. Joe is an idiot and follows Adam into BK's office where the goat cage is open because that's who he wanted the eye monster to go into. And luckily, Wendy saves him at the last minute. They keep showing Arthur's body washing up on the shore. Why? Because old eye alien makes it out there, pops into his head, reanimates Arthur's body.
There's a lot of things that visit Arthur.
Yes,
it's like the crab, the alien.
Crab, yes, the Xeno's there. Aliens. There's a crab on top of him. And the whole thing ends up with the tables turned. As Wendy and the Lost Boys don't kill any of the people that they've hated, but just gather them up, imprison them, and they've got the two Xenos with them, and they're going to rule now. They're in charge. As Yutani is like the planes are there, about to land and storm the island. Lots to unpack here. Anthony, what did you think of this finale? How did it wrap up for you?
Well, I think we predicted last week that this couldn't wrap up. Yeah.
It said cliffhanger, and it was.
And, it didn't. And they're clearly going for a season 2. I would be very shocked if a season 2 didn't happen with the way that ended.
Yep.
Overall, I was very entertained by the show, and I was entertained by the finale. That said, there's a lot of really dumb things that happen throughout the show, including in this episode with Joe walking in and just, being set for a trap and just not realizing it. Wendy can just do anything.
Yes, she's yeah.
So that's interesting. Yet also like what?
Yeah.
I feel like the show's strongest stuff was like the Morrow type stuff, and he really gets shelved here towards the end.
Yeah.
But I was entertained by the show. I was entertained by all the different aliens. I thought all the variables they threw into this made it more entertaining. Alien isn't the creatures aren't scary.
Yeah.
But I think the plot is got enough things going for it where I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And it was one of the only shows that in recent times where I would watch it as soon as it came out.
Ooh, it got you.
It got me in that I was entertained, right?
Yeah.
I was very entertained by the show. So I thought I'm curious to see where it goes because it clearly Noah Hawley has plans in mind. Otherwise, he would not have ended it like this.
Yeah.
But that's not to say the show was, perfect or even not messy because it really was.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page. I rather enjoyed it. I was entertained. There is a lot of dumb shit in the show, but it looks great. The dialogue is really good, and it just boggles the mind how they're really thoughtful about some things and the meaning and the morality and the philosophy, and then they're just really, really dumb writing on some other things. And I'm like, is this on purpose? Because you're so thoughtful of these other things.
Yeah. And
then it gets really stupid. So like right now, it's like in between, like it's better than Monarch. It reminded me of Monarch.
Oh, wait, I think it's better than Monarch.
But it's not as good as like Andor. It's like in the middle.
That's a good way to put it.
But it's giving me the same kind of sci-fi vibe. I love the IP. I do love all the stuff he's adding. And I thought the conversations and the ideas are really interesting and intriguing. And I'm the same way. I want to see where it goes. Now, for a completely different opinion, Ruggs, what'd you think?
I find the show to be very frustrating. It's a very frustrating show because, as you stated, they do get a lot of things right.
Yeah.
There's good world building here. Like they've added a lot to the Alien franchise in this whole 6 corporations that run the world, an expansion of, this Prodigy corporation and what they do, and these other aliens that exist that also are interesting. I think a lot of the synths and the hybrids and all of these things, the cyborgs, they've added a lot of fun things using that future, using that level of technology, and all of that stuff kind of is interesting. And they just seem to like do the convenient writing when they want something to happen. And all of their scientists are very stupid, including the main scientist, the genius, this Prodigy, is a complete moron. And, he even builds these things that he wants these things to be like the most advanced things to give him a run for his money intellectually. And he doesn't think to like, hey, these guys could turn on me and I should put a failsafe in or anything.
Yeah.
So he just seems like to be, instead of 3 or 4 steps ahead of everybody, he seems to be a complete moron that he's so dumb and he's so impetuous and rolls the dice on everything and doesn't care. He should never be this successful.
Well, here's the thing. What's funny is they tell us how smart he is, but then they show us dumb things he's doing. So his backstory was fat. We learn more when he starts talking about when he was 6, he built a synth. His dad was a drunk, and eventually he had the synth kill his dad. And he's like, they wouldn't let a 6-year-old run a company, so I made him an adult. And then I was like, holy shit, is he talking about Adam? Was he talking about Adam?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about Adam, who's still there, and that's the reveal at this episode is that Adam's been a
He's
robot
been a synth the whole time. But then it's super convenient that Wendy could just wave her hand and just control everything without even touching anything. And she freezes him. I was expecting a knockdown bat fight, and she goes, "He's mechanical. He's on the network, just like the Doors. I could control everything." I was like, "Well, it's pretty convenient of you. I don't know why it took a fucking 8 episodes for you to figure this out, but it gets a little convenient." So they tell us he does smart things, and then they show us him doing dumb things. One of my favorite moments, the thing about this show is there are several times where I'm like yelling at the screen because I'm so into it. And one of my favorite moments is where he goes to the cell to see them, and he's like, "Let me tell you a story." And Wendy like snaps her fingers, opens the door, and you see his face, and she goes, "What's your story?" I was like, God damn, that's a flex right there. That's amazing. It was so good.
And he had no idea. Mr. Genius didn't know she could do that.
No, he should have known. And the look on their faces. Also,
he fucking created it, right?
He shows up.
He knows what she could do.
He shows up with one guard because everybody else is dead, I guess. But like, what do you do with the one guard? He knows the cage can't hold him.
Yeah, I wrote down in my notes, Boy Cavalier is an idiot.
What an idiot.
Listen, like the story that they give you is that he's a genius that's 6 years old and builds Adam.
Yeah.
And fools everybody into thinking that he's a human to be in charge of a company.
Yeah.
So something that's how is he that dumb now? He creates these hybrids and has no idea what they can do, what they're going to do, has no preparation, no plan B, nothing. Just sitting there like, I'm going to run away. Woo!
I love when she goes, run. And then she's like, hide and seek, kids. That shit is badass. What do we think about Morrow versus Kirsch? We've all been waiting for this battle.
It's all right.
And I thought it was pretty good.
It was okay. Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty good. A solid fight, and Morrow thought he had Kirsch, kind of breaks his back over the table, and he's getting all cocky. And fucking Kirsch takes him down, chokes him out. I thought that was great. And then it was hilarious at the end where he's just like limp on the shelf, Kirsch, in the cell. They just like threw him up there.
Oh yeah, he's like at the top, just laying there.
He's like, nah, like he can't move. So funny.
What did you guys think of, now that we've had the full season of this, what did you guys think of the alien, like Marcy alliance, I guess? And now we have got 2 aliens with Marcy.
I feel like it doesn't, I feel like it's not good for the franchise to have like a pet alien, but
it's weird.
It is weird, but I don't know, they're doing it.
So I read online because I also felt, this whole time I felt it was strange, yet I also was intrigued by what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's a new variable. Yeah. And Noah Hawley has basically said online that both sides don't really know what they've gotten themselves into. So like, it's one of those where he says it's not really an alliance. It's Marcy doesn't really understand exactly what she's actually working with.
Yes, and I have a feeling
he's hinting that that thing's going to turn on her.
Yes, she's telling it what to do and it's listening, but I don't think she can control it. You can't. That thing is going to do whatever it wants, and right now it wants to just.
And he was saying also that because she's still a child, she doesn't fully comprehend.
Yeah, that this thing can turn on
like this thing, or like even like the consequences of death.
Right.
So so I think he's got more on the table, but yeah, when I ended the episode, I was like, oh, now we've got 2 alien. We got an alliance between the synths and the aliens. I would never have thought this was going to be where we were going.
No, I did not think we would end up here. And again, I really think the dialogue is so good on the show. When Joe and Marcy have that conversation where she doesn't really trust him because he zapped. By the way, Nibs got shot twice and zapped, and she's fine.
She's good.
She's fine.
Right.
So,
and they can't fix the other guy that died.
Well, his face melted off. Toodles.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. Like, is his face?
Yeah.
You know,
they
they can't fix that.
Just print another one out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they should die.
I was like, Nibs is fine.
It's stupid that they could die.
Another inconsistency I had, just going right back to the alien, is we again have the alien just like stand up behind Dame or
the Sylvia, yeah,
which is weird.
That does nothing.
Yeah. The alien just destroys other people.
Yeah,
very quickly. But I'm gonna go out and say, is the alien like overpowered in this series now? Because we're seeing people with machine guns just get slaughtered. Yet in Aliens, they were slaughtering packs of aliens with machine guns.
Yeah, and not only that, but doesn't he get shot and then something glances off of him? It doesn't even make the acid come out or anything.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think there was like
I heard that someone mentioned it could have been a rubber bullet, but they never mentioned that. So you just have to assume that it's a rubber bullet.
Also, those 4 guards, I was like, how are you fuckers still alive? They managed to survive for a while.
Was this the episode? I'm getting confused already. Was this the episode where we saw what the plant alien can do?
Yes, because there was a errant bullet hit the cage, and then you heard the glass shatter, and you saw it leave, and then it was just on the ceiling.
It was like a bat on the ceiling.
Yeah, it was like this, and it just like opened up and ate the fucking girl soldier, and the guy's just standing there looking at it while the gun's going off, and then he gets knocked out. But back to that conversation where Joe goes, "Oh, Wendy." She goes, "You know why I like the aliens? They're honest." I was like, "Oh, shit." And Joe's like, "We're food to them." She's like, "You're food to them." And then when she goes, "I don't know what I am. I'm not Marcy. I'm not Wendy. I'm not a grown-up. I can't be what everybody wants me to be." And she's figuring it out. And even Curly is like, "Call me Jane." They're all kind of coming around to the fact that they're
not human. They're just androids. They're they're more like.
Are they the monsters?
They're more like Kirsch than they are a human.
Yes, they have become less human. Absolutely. And like,
once they see, I mean, all the stuff they've seen, but once they realize like what they were built for, once they see their own graves, once they're forced to mature quicker than they should. So
why would you have graves there?
That is kind of weird. And why does she keep going to the grave? Like, what are you doing? Like, what? There's aliens running around. Don't you know why are you visiting the graves right now? What is the point of this?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Well, I mean, the show is, it is that similar theme of man's greed and curiosity and wanting to become, the perception of immortality.
Yeah.
But can I ask this? Like, did everybody who was involved in this knew what they were doing? Yet they are trying to paint it like he murdered kids. Like, no, they were all told they were going to be doing this. They all knew what they were getting into.
The kids were
going to get new bodies, and then their old bodies would be discarded. Like, everybody who got involved in this knew. Why is everybody thinking all of a sudden on a moral high ground here when they elected to do this? Well, I don't get that. I don't get that theme now that they're trying to push.
Because he did save them. Arush even says he saved us. They were all dying.
That was the deal. Like, you want your kid to live in some way, then this is the way you did. You put them in this. It's like when you give a kid an experimental medication. You know it might not work.
But once they see their bodies, that's fucking traumatizing. Because then, what are you really? You're not that.
Are you saying the kids? I'm trying to follow a rug set here. Are you saying the kids should not be freaking out?
Yeah, I don't think not only that, but like it's like it was their parents elected to do this. They knew that they were getting into this. They willingly got into it. So like I don't know it's not like they were being forced to do this. And so it's like I don't know why the resentment is there. They would have been dead. Like you know what I mean? Like they were terminal.
I mean, they're fucking superheroes now.
So they're acting like they murdered them. It's like gaslighting the audience a little bit,
Yeah, I think I can see that. I think, but I do think the kids,
they don't understand.
Yeah, definitely. You don't really fully comprehend what's happening.
But they haven't really explained why Wendy is the special one because she's the first one. She could do more than everyone else.
I mean, they need to do a season 2. If they don't do a season 2,
they have
like the show kind of ends on a whimper.
Yeah,
we might have to wait 4 years, but you have to do a season 2. I felt bad for Arthur because Arthur was really the only one who actually cared for the kids, and he got fucking taken by 2 aliens. Fucking guy can't catch a break. So he's out there. The plant monster is still out there. And the ships are arriving. Oh, and another thing that gives brownie points to the show. The end song, probably the best one of the season.
It perfectly
Holy
fits.
shit, Animal by Pearl Jam. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, every lyric in that is perfect
I'd
for what's
rather
happening.
be with an animal. Yes. I was like, God damn, they picked the best song.
5 against 1, so it's 5 companies against 1.
5 against 1.
Right?
It's so good.
fits
It's
pretty
so
well.
good. That was great. And I also love the final shot of Boy Cavalier as he's captured, and she's like, "We rule," and he's like smiling, like he's proud of them, like he's impressed. A fucking maniac, and just not very smart.
Yeah, why wouldn't they kill him?
So I was surprised none of them actually died because I thought they would have killed Boy Cavalier right away.
Or let the alien do
Somebody.
it. They don't want to get their hands dirty.
No one substantial actually dies in this finale. They've rounded everyone up, which I thought that was interesting. And
I was happy to see Arush get some revenge on Morrow, though.
Oh, that was fantastic when he knocked him out. He fought. Yes, after all the torture, Morrow put him through, and he's like, "I didn't hurt your mom. I didn't mean." And then he's just like, "Bam! No, fuck, you guys are fucked. They're in charge now." What was Kirsch's plan exactly? By allowing everything to happen?
I think he was hoping that Boy Cavalier was going to get killed.
Okay.
He wanted to be unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's multiple ways to look at it. I think he was potentially trying to catch Morrow because Morrow was a threat. But I also think, maybe he has definitely... There's got to be some resentment towards Boy Cavalier and the way he talks to him. And I think there's also part of the way Fassbender played David, where it's that curiosity of, I'm not really I'm not human.
Right.
I want to see how this shit plays out.
Let's see how these people with emotions react to these things. And are the kids are the monsters now? Or the people are the monsters? The people are the monsters.
The people are the monsters.
People are still the monsters. But moving forward, Yutani's coming for their aliens. And Wendy, I feel, very protective of these aliens. She's not going to let Yutani take them very easily. So that's interesting.
I'm most interested. I mean, I think that is interesting. I'm most interested to see what this eyeball alien's up to in this dude's body.
Yes. That was one of the most fascinating aliens throughout the whole series, just watching him study people, and he's very smart. So that is another thing left hanging. There's a lot of things that they left hanging, and they did give us some closure, though, and fairly satisfying. So, good finale. Is this a good finale? Is this a good show, Anthony?
It's a good finale if they're going to do a season 2. It's a bad finale if they don't have any indication they're doing a season 2 and it ends here. As far as it being a good show, it's an entertaining show.
Yeah.
And at times it's really well made, and I think there's a lot of interesting world building, like Ruggs mentioned. But it's also a very sloppy show and written at times to be very poor. So it's one of those where it's like, man, I'm really entertained by this, but I can't go out and say, man, this is an awesome show, because it's too sloppy to say that.
It is a mixed bag, and I found this finale somewhat satisfying if there's a season 2. But I was like, it's not an awesome show, but is it a good show? I was like, this is a pretty good. It's good. The show is good. Just good. Ruggs, is it a good show? Can you say it's a good show?
No. But it's just like a Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
Where it gave me everything I wanted to get when I saw the movie, but it also was very stupid.
Yeah.
And I can't defend any of the stupidity that's there. I have to fully acknowledge it and say, listen, it's fucking dumb. The show is dumb. It really is not all the way dumb. Like some of the stuff that they do is good. Like you pointed out a few of the dialogue moments and some of the world building, a lot of that stuff is kind of clever.
There's dumb stuff.
And well done. And the production value is great. But yeah, I think that a lot of the stuff on paper looks good, but how they carry it out and the stupid writing that they use to propel the story is very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. As I said, I enjoy it. It's entertaining, but I can't, just like Anthony said, you can't actually go, yeah, it's a good show and feel good about saying that without like feeling that you're being a little bit of a bullshitter. You know?
Yeah.
It's not terrible. We've seen way worse.
Yeah.
I just expect more from something with a high pedigree like Alien.
Yeah, and Noah Hawley, like he's
Noah
done
Hawley.
Great stuff. So it's like the frustration I feel, and it's just crazy that he can write smart shit and that he's writing all this dumb shit in there. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, are people calling this out, or are we the only ones doing it? What's the internet say? Who knows?
I've seen it all over the place. I've seen people agree with you saying the show's horrible and dumb, and I've seen people saying this is great. I love Alien.
Yeah, I think that
it's typical.
I think for the casual person who has nothing else, and this is their only thing they can watch to like kind of get the rocks off, it's the best thing ever because it is the escape that everybody's looking for. But if you're like mired in this shit all day long and you're like looking at yet another predictable bullshit that's written like poorly to move the story along, and then it makes you wonder, like, does anybody have this stuff anymore? Does anybody have good writing in them anymore? Consistency? You wonder.
Andor had it.
Yeah.
Well,
Anthony, yeah.
On the I'm just looking at Metacritic on the. I'm curious to see, what these reviews, because sometimes these reviews are based off the first 3 episodes, but it's getting an 85 on Metacritic, which is universal acclaim. The user score is 5.9, which is mixed rap.
Shit. Oh, interesting. Well,
what is the user score? 5.9 out of 10?
Yeah.
Out of 10, yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of scores, Anthony, you want to give this first season a score here?
I'll go with a 6.
Man. Yeah. I'm going to give it like a 7.
I think I'm on the same page as Anthony. I'm going to go 6. I'm just a little bit more, disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, like, it was entertaining, and I was like,
you got your money's worth. You got to see the man in suit a little bit too much in broad daylight.
Was it too much guy in suit in daylight for you guys?
I think they could have shot it better so it didn't look as obvious. I think they could have done that.
I agree.
Yeah, almost makes the alien, less
there's
frightening.
There's times where it looks great, and there's times where it doesn't.
Yeah.
So those are editing choices, my friend.
But I thought, Tim Oliphant, the guy who played Morrow, Sidney Chandler, the Lost Boys, I thought the performances were very good. The dialogue for me was amazing, and the music, the needle drops at the end of the episode, I loved. But it's a mixed bag. But I think if you like Alien, you should probably. I think you might enjoy this. I don't. Ruggs, how does this date end then?
Oh, the date's been over.
Oh, so you sent her on an Uber? You called the Uber? It's gone?
Yeah, the Uber. But this is the type of. I had in multiple times in my life. I've had the booty call. You wouldn't be seen with her in broad daylight, but when you're drunk,
yeah,
she still looks good.
Yeah,
and everything, but you just can't be. She's a hot mess. You can't, even though she's not bad to look at. She's still like she's an embarrassing person to be around. So, and that's how I feel like if I'm drunk and it's 2 a.m. all right, I might flip this on and enjoy it. So
as for the date, she went home in an Uber. You're at home watching porn. Basically, that's what happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck that show.
I don't think it deserves that, but I'm going to hit it. All right, good stuff, everyone. Let's take a quick break here. Play some promos for some other fun shows, and we will be back to discuss the latest Paul Thomas Anderson film, one battle after another, right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Turn your dial to find the frequency of the past.
Captain Advance.
Where the classic stories of mysteries, sci-fi, thrillers, and suspense are found waiting to be heard once again.
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
You'll find a variety of those stories here, in their original form, where each episode takes you to another place or time.
The Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
But only when you find the mystery frequency. Available everywhere.
The shadow knows.
Hey there, everyone. Brian here, host of TV Trivia Pod. It's a trivia-style podcast focusing on TV and movies. Listen in for questions like, what's the name of Michael Scott's screenplay? What do you say to view the Marauders map? And what's everyone eating in the post-credit scene of Avengers? Play along to TV Trivia Pod anywhere you get podcasts. And stay tuned for more trivia.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy the show, this is a fantastic moment right now. Visit our Patreon fan club and sign up today. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Jock and Nerd. There is a link in the episode description, and for as little as $3 a month, you get things based on the level you choose. You will get things like access to a bonus exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out early. There's bonus content, instant reactions, bonus show, extra hours of material. You can also join us for our monthly virtual Discord hangouts. I moved the date. I think last week I said a date, but the real date for October is October 16th, Thursday, October 16th. It'll be on our Patreon page and other fun stuff on the Patreon as a way to give back for all bullshit entertainment you've been getting for free. The show is free. We'd love for you to support and be part of our Patreon community. jockandnerd.com/Patreon. All right, fellas, let's get to this week's movie review. We are going to be discussing Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. Here's your spoiler alert.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
This is the movie produced, written, and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It is his 10th movie. This one inspired by, loosely based on a 1990 novel called Vineland by Thomas Pynchon. And he has adapted a Thomas Pynchon novel before. So before we continue, let's just baseline Paul Thomas Anderson. What is your history with his films, Anthony?
PTA?
Oh, PTA, the Parent Teacher Association.
Yeah, PTA. I've seen a couple of his films.
Okay.
So this is his 10th.
Correct.
I've seen Magnolia. We reviewed that on the show.
Yep.
And I've seen There Will Be Blood.
Yep.
Both of those movies I watched when I was more into just watching anything. But I haven't seen a lot of his films. That said, Magnolia I did not connect with at all. Found that movie to be very strange. Maybe I need to give that a rewatch. There Will Be Blood I found to be, I don't think it's like a super exciting film, but I really appreciated the craft of that film. The story I thought was interesting. And it's a very singular performance by Daniel Day-Lewis. I think a lot of people consider There Will Be Blood his best film.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have a strong history of PTA, but I mean, I know who he is. I know the history behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. I might watch some more PTA films at some point, but curious what you guys think.
So real quick, the 10 movies starting in 1996, Hard Eight, Boogie Nights, Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood, The Master, Inherent Vice, Phantom Thread, Licorice Pizza, and One Battle After Another. Ruggs, what's your relationship to the Paul Thomas Anderson?
Well, I saw Boogie Nights. That was the first movie I saw of his.
Yeah.
Then I watched Magnolia. I like Boogie Nights a lot, just because it's funny to see Mark Wahlberg be a porn star, and Heather Graham is in that movie, and there's a lot of like
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, you got the introduction to him, and William H. Macy's
Burt
in
Reynolds?
that.
Is it Burt Reynolds?
Yeah. So it's pretty. It's a pretty great film. It's you don't forget it after you see it. Magnolia's. I like Magnolia. I really like. I got into that movie. I've been watching all of his movies. Not all. There Will Be Blood, Inherent Vice. I've seen about an hour and a half of Phantom Thread. I've seen The Master. I've seen Punch Drunk Love. I haven't seen Hard Eight. I think all of them are good. they're all. I can't recommend them because they're not for everybody. These movies, they're long, they're laborious, they take themselves seriously, or sometimes they're even odd.
Yeah,
some of the movies like Magnolia is odd at times. It's like
Raining Frogs.
Yeah, it does weird shit. So
did you see Licorice Pizza?
Yes, I enjoyed that one too.
Well, for myself, I have seen Boogie Nights. I really like Boogie Nights. I've seen Magnolia. We reviewed it. I do like Magnolia. I mean, Tom Cruise, respect the cock. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the best shit. I've seen Punch Drunk Love, and it's a very strange movie. And I don't know if it's because Adam Sandler is doing very not Adam Sandler thing, and it's good, but it's a very weird movie. And I haven't seen the rest, but to your point, he is an acquired taste. His movies are not for everyone. And they're all very long. But they're all very thematic and meaningful. And I know, the Oscar crowd loves them. Cinephiles, whenever he's got,
he's big amongst the cinephiles. He's never been like a big box office draw. So No Country. There Will Be Blood, I think, is the most that's ever made, and it was like 75 million.
76 million. That's his highest grossing movie. Correct.
He doesn't try to appeal to broad audiences. His movies are very much long, talky movies about flawed characters and a lot of like subverting of expectations, kind of dark at times.
But he's auteur, and he is one of like the most important, I think, writer directors working right now.
But he really has a handle on what he's doing. He doesn't do the same thing over and over again. He does similar things, like he has long movies,
right? But there's no style, you see,
and they're
right?
and they're intricate, And you do get good performances in those movies, and each movie does kind of different things. Yeah. But he is a good director, and you're gonna get great music. You're gonna get great editing,
great cinematography,
all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff is in his movies. So, if anything, even if the movie doesn't really float your boat, all that technical stuff is there.
The craft.
And Ron, I will say, only because there might be some people that are big PTA fans, he does have a distinct style.
Okay,
he'll do like the shots where people are walking and you follow them walking from behind.
Oh yeah, and then like close-ups with their head,
a lot of very like facial expressions are big on him. He'll linger on things.
Yes, he'll linger on things.
He does have his own style, but to Ruggs' point, he doesn't make the same type of movie, like in terms of There Will Be Blood, like a period Western.
Right.
And then, like fandom threads about a fucking dressmaker, right? So they're all different in that sense.
I mean, but it's not as stylistically defined as like a Tarantino or Spike Lee. No. But he does have a style. You're right.
Well, and he's not, it's not like his brother Wes Anderson, which is his not his brother,
is it? That fucking guy.
Stylistic movies, right?
Fucking Andersons. They're not related, right? No relation.
No, they're not related.
Anyways, back to One Battle After Another. On Rotten Tomatoes, critic score holding at 96% here. Audience popcorn meter, 85%. What's that Metacritic score there? I believe it's like a 9.6 or something, Anthony. Can you look that up real quick?
Yeah, I'll look it up. I know on Letterboxd, as I looked that up, is at a 4.5 out of 5.
Whoa.
Which on Letterboxd, that's insanely high. That's very, very high. One Battle After Another, 95 on Metacritic, which is
so. This
universal.
is easily Paul Thomas Anderson's highest rated Rotten Tomatoes movie. Now here's where things get interesting, because usually he makes these movies for like $40-50 million. The budget on this, the range is $130 to $175 million.
Oh shit!
DiCaprio gets $20 million of that. I heard also.
20, I think. I heard 25, but yeah.
25,
that's his standard
fee. It might have been, Jesus fuck. Yeah, so DiCaprio gets 25 of that. Let's say 150. Jeez, it's huge budget. How does it do? Well, it does open number one. This is the first number one opening for Paul Thomas Anderson, and the biggest opening for Paul Thomas Anderson at $22.4 million opening weekend domestic. Currently global, it's sitting at $48.5 million. So I know I know they want to make their money back, but this is going to be an Oscars play more than a box office play. I don't know what you're getting into, right?
Yeah, I mean, the budget was very high for a Paul Thomas Anderson film. Warner Brothers has been on a streak of $40 million openings. That's obviously gone away.
Yes.
This is more of a, like you said, a long-term play, right? So I think they've made a lot of money this year. They want to, hopefully this movie has legs with the reviews. Also, they will probably campaign this film for Oscars whenever there's Oscar buzz and a movie wins the best picture. There is a lot of money to be made in terms of re-release in the movie theaters, which will probably happen. Also, like video on demand. So I think that this is more of a long play.
Yeah,
but they're definitely not going to make their money back.
That's what I was going to say. I don't see this thing making its money back.
I think that the only way it makes money is that if it becomes a thing online, like on Twitter, or wherever, because it is a revolutionary movie against, once again, Nazism and white supremacy. Yeah. So, and that's very, very relevant right now. Yeah. So maybe people don't know what this movie is, and so maybe they'll get into it. Maybe it'll be like a thing. Oh, we should watch this movie. It's about what's going on right now.
Yeah, I think they're banking on it being like considered one of the best movies ever.
Like a sleeper, maybe
word of mouth, a conversation starter.
It's made decent money. It's just the budget's so high that it's going to need. I think the report is like around 300 million worldwide, which is very hard to get.
So you did mention Warner Brothers as their 40 million opening streak is broken, but this is the 8th straight movie to open above $20 million. Warner Brothers doing really well. They have now crossed $4 billion globally for this year. The first studio to make $4 billion. So you know what? They could toss in some of that Minecraft money fucking on top of this, cover it up. They're going for the Oscar nominations. We already mentioned No Country for Old Men was his highest grossing at $76 million.
No, you're saying the wrong thing. There Will Be Blood.
Sorry. There Will Be Blood. I got confused with the thing.
They both came out the same
year, and they were both best pictures, and they're both very similar, but they're not. Yeah. The other interesting thing were the formats this movie was being shown in. IMAX 70 millimeter actually accounted for 51% of the domestic ticket sales. Came from premium formats. It's also in VistaVision, which is only available at 4 screens in the whole world. So good luck. I've heard people flying out to see 70 millimeter digital and VistaVision for this movie. That's how crazy some of these Paul Thomas Anderson. But I can see it's fun.
Well, there's also ever since Sinners came out, there's a renewed focus with what Ryan Coogler did on like, hey, if they're shooting it in like a specific format, you should go out of your way to see that format, like 70 millimeter or VistaVision in this instance.
And I mean, I saw it in the Dolby Laser. I didn't see it in IMAX, but it was really good. The main cast here, Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor, and Chase Infinity playing the daughter in her first feature film. She was recently on the Apple Plus TV show Presumed Innocence with Jake Gyllenhaal as the daughter on that show. And this is her first movie. Anthony.
Yes.
What happens in this R-rated 2-hour, 48-minute, one battle after another?
One battle after another is about a group of revolutionaries that start with Leonardo DiCaprio and Teyana Taylor. Leo's character falls in love with one of the revolutionaries and has a kid with her. And all the trouble they've caused in their past starts to haunt them 16 years later when one of the guys, played by Sean Penn, that they fucked with, is now in pursuit of the kid that Leo and Teyana Taylor have had because he needs to eliminate this kid for reasons that you'll find out if you watch the movie or listen to this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, it's just a father trying to protect his kid, but so much shit happens. Having said that, Anthony, how'd you feel about one battle after it was over?
I mean, this was my most hyped movie of the fall. One of the most hyped movies you'll ever see in terms of if you look at any sort of critics or fans or anything like that. So I was pretty excited walking in, and overall, I mean, I've given it some time. I think it is a very, very, very good film. Very, very, very good. I haven't seen a ton of PTA, but I would say of the PTA I've seen and I know about, this is probably his most palatable film for wide audiences. Yep. I think it's kind of up our alley, right? Essentially, it's a action thriller chase movie with, family drama and real world allegories happening. I'm not even allegories. I mean, he's copying things that are happening right now. But I found it to be overall a really fun movie. Maybe I was a little almost too excited about it because I'm still battling with pun not intended there. I'm still wrestling with like how good it really is.
Yeah.
But I that's not to say that I don't like it. I think it's a fun ride. I think it's a movie where, it was 2 hours and 48 minutes and I was locked in the whole movie. Like normally a long movie like that, I'm like, okay, I got to fucking take a break. I thought it was surprisingly really funny. I thought there was some great action. I thought there were some really good performances. I thought, if you want to dive deeper into some of the themes, I think they're there. We can get into some of the specifics, but I thought, just the way it was shot and the performance, especially Sean Penn and the way he like walks around with a stick up his ass.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many things to like about it. So I can see why people really, really like it. But I am wrestling with like how good I think it is compared to other movies I've seen this year. Yeah. But it's definitely very, very good.
Hey, Ruggs, how'd you feel when the movie was over?
I felt pretty good. I like this movie. I don't think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I have problems with it, but it's every movie. But I thought it was very good. Is it his best? I don't think so, but I think I enjoyed this a lot. I feel like this is one of the more rewatchable of his movies. There's some funny moments. I want to rewatch it. Yeah. I want to see it again because there's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of little things you can pick out, like his music choices and his editing choices and the shots. Some of these shots that are in this movie are just incredible. Like that chase scene at the end,
it's great,
where they're going over the hills. It builds so much tension, and the music is perfect, and everything kind of. And it's nothing like, it's nothing major going on.
No,
it's just how he's shooting.
Yeah, it's a straight line chase.
Yeah,
there's think about that. It's not like Terminator 2 where they're fucking doing all this crazy stunt work and dun, 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 but it has got as much tension as that.
Absolutely, because of the hills and the cars disappearing.
It's a very Hitchcockian type thing.
Yeah.
So I quite like that. I like a lot of the things. I mean, that whole when they're trying to get all these people that are out, the what do you call them? The immigrants that are staying there, and they're trying to shuffle them out, and they have a whole process. And Benicio del Toro is just calm as a cucumber the whole time.
Sensei is great.
He never shows that he's like flipping out. Like all of these things, like character things that are happening, they're all very enjoyable. And Leonardo DiCaprio does a great performance. The daughter is great.
She's fantastic.
Sean Penn is a kind of a weird character. The obviously the white supremacist.
He's great.
He's got layers. But continue.
Yeah. So there's things in this movie where there's more to it. There's more than it seems, and it's enjoyable. I think it's rewatchable for a long ass movie. I'd still probably like to check it out a second time. And I can't say that about a lot of 3-hour movies.
Yeah, no, I will agree. When this was over, I was like, that was a fucking wild ride. It's it is his most like commercial accessible movie, which is crazy, and it's like fun, and like you said, Anthony, he's surprisingly funny. I love the performances. I love Leo in this. It is propulsive, like so much. They barely give you time to breathe. Even though most of the movie takes place over like 2 days, so much shit happens, and it's constantly moving, and it's topical. The characters are great. I'm still like this wondering, did I care enough? Did we need more development? Because it's really,
did you care enough?
I mean, I did. Like the story is a little messy in a fun way, but it's really more of a vibe. The movie dips in. It's like totally kind of all over the place, but it's a vibe that kind of carries it through. Which I was digging. It had, you know what? I was trying to think what it reminded me of. Reminds me a little bit of like Coen Brothers, Big Lebowski meets Tarantino meets Alfred Hitchcock. But it had what Caught Stealing was missing, what I thought it was missing to connect it and keep the story moving.
Yeah, it did it. this one has more of an urgency to it that feels like there's more at stake here.
Yeah.
I think in that other movie that we just mentioned, Caught Stealing, like that thing could have been over really quickly.
Yes.
Like, there was no way this movie had to happen the way it happened almost because he had to save his kid. And so the only thing I didn't like about this movie was the ending. I thought the ending was very, very weak.
Well, what's funny is it is like we said, his movies aren't for everyone. I took my sister to see this and I really liked this movie. She did not like this movie. And she's never seen any other Paul Thomas Anderson movies. And she was not a fan. So I thought that was interesting.
I mean, there's going to be, I want to get to the ending a little bit later.
Yeah.
But I do think that's something that we're talking about. So put a pin in that,
Okay.
Imran. Let's get to that ending in a little bit. But I do think there are going to be people that go and watch this film and like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
A lot of it's because also the marketing, like, I don't know that they knew how to market this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not really any one thing.
It's genre defying. It's a little bit of everything.
But I will say, it's hard for me to say, you know, if this is his best, given I've only seen a few of his movies. Yeah. But I think it's safe to say at this point that this is the movie that most people would like if they watched a PTA film.
Yeah.
Like, this one is going to appeal to the widest audience.
Absolutely.
Whereas if you recommend any other PTA film, I think you'll get more people, more casuals be like, nah, that's not
what
right.
exactly did your sister not like about it? Did she vocalize it at all?
Yeah. She was like, she said it was too long and it was, she didn't really connect with any of the characters. She wanted more depth and she was confused. Like,
more depth.
What was the movie about? Because it was all over the place. Like, was it about the sensei? Was it about Bob? Was it about, the colonel?
About the father, Leo, and his daughter.
And his daughter. Essentially, that's
interesting though.
Yeah.
I think, you know, your sister's smart.
Yeah.
I would the depth is actually where I think it really shines because each of these characters, like even if you go, okay, Sean Penn, he's just a Nazi.
Yeah.
He's not really. He's a fucking general that like has a fetish for black women.
He's a conflicted white supremacist.
Yeah.
So look, let's talk about that prologue. There's a very long prologue and the movie doesn't really kick into gear until we get to the 16-year-old Willa at the Bacton Cross. But this prologue is fascinating and it moves so quickly, but it really, it sets up Perfidia, the mom, and Bob and what they're doing and how she feels about being a mom. It sets up the interaction with Lockjaw where she's enjoying having him maintain an erection as she has him at gunpoint and she's kind of into it. And he is instantly smitten with this girl who's holding a gun at him. And, you know, then she doesn't want to be a mom. She feels jealous of the baby and she goes on a bank robbery, ends up shooting a guy. She gets arrested and then turns rat and kind of rats him out, goes into witness protection, tells him where all the other gang members are, with the French 75 and then fucks off to Mexico and never comes back at all. We just get a letter at the end. So all of this is what did you think about this opening? Did it work? What stood out?
I mean, I thought it, I mean, I'm not going to say most of the things in this movie, if not all, worked for me.
Okay.
I think that the opening is, you know, one of those where, you know, it seems like it's a very serious movie when you watch the opening. Yeah. It's very, you know, they filmed this over a year ago, so it's very timely to see some of that stuff that you're seeing. It's almost a little bit uncomfortable watching some of it.
Yes, it's crazy.
But I think it sets the mood for like one of the bigger themes and also these characters. So, you know, you mentioned Tiana Taylor's character, Perfidia. You know, she's all about the revolution, and she's like, just because I had a kid doesn't mean I can't stop doing this. But like, you know, she loses track of like the family aspect, whereas Leo's like, we got a family.
This
like
is priority now. This baby.
Well, I think that shows how layered in the character is because in her mind, she thinks she's doing something great by doing this revolution.
Yes.
But she's being a shitty person to like someone she created and brought into the world. And that makes her a horrible person. So as much as she thinks that she's doing something right, she's actually not really. And at the end of the movie, she even says in her letter, you know, nothing really came of all the stuff that she did. She didn't really change the world. She just kind of, I think she was along for the high the adventure of it all, you know?
Oh yeah, she was definitely high in not only the adventure, but also like her relationship with Leo was really, in her mind, a very sexual relationship.
Yeah.
But I think it goes into one of the themes of the movie that even like Leo's kind of at fault at is like when you are like a revolutionary.
Yeah.
It literally is, as the title says, one bad. It doesn't stop because you had a kid.
Right.
There are consequences to the things you did as an adult that will come upon you if you just stop doing what you're doing. So even though like Leo's doing the right thing by his kid, he really should have never been a revolutionary if he wants to have
had a kid.
Yeah.
One or the other. But he never seemed like the best revolutionary, even in the.
He was just the arms guy.
Yeah, he was just the.
It doesn't really paint the revolutionaries in a great light either. They kind of are kind of bumbling around.
I mean,
a lot.
Perfidia does like 3 shitty things right in the opening. Right? She goes to see Lockjaw and sleeps with him.
She cheats on
Bob. She abandons her family, and then she fucking rats them out, and then takes off. It's kind of crazy. That whole just her actually going to see Lockjaw. I was like, I did not put together that he was going to end up being the father, even though I should have, because
I did right away.
The very next shot is that great shot of her like 9 months pregnant shooting the fucking rifle, and I'm like, that can't be good for the baby.
Yeah, I did pick up on that, and I also think that scene where he's in the store.
Yeah.
And he's like following Leo. He's like, oh, you got a daughter? And then, that's a black name.
Yeah.
And he goes, right away, he's like, that might be my kid.
Well, he's like, you like black girls?
Or he's like jealous. He's like, you're fucking my girl.
Yeah. Well, when he's spying on her, he sees her, Leo grab her ass and gets jealous right away. Right. Yeah. It's such a weird thing. But it does establish that he's very fucking creepy.
Yeah. I think that the opening, sets the scene, establishes Perfidia as this enigma, establishes Sean Penn's character, and then sets you up for like the 16 years later where now it's like Leo's movie.
Yeah, I love that. I love that they got these little communicators, and he leaves with the baby, these communicators, and a set of code words he's supposed to memorize, and you cut to 16 years later, and fucking Chase Infinity is so good in this movie. I was so surprised. She's training with Benicio del Toro, and to her dad's just a paranoid fucking stoner. She barely respects him. But from this point on, this movie just fucking goes, and things happen one after another. And we are introduced to the other crazy subplot, which is that Lockjaw, he tracks down all the French 75, except for Bob, gets a Medal of Honor, and gets invited to join the Christmas Adventurers Club. This whole thing is so weird and hilarious and wacky, and it's just a whole bunch of white people who actually run everything. And he has to lie about having an interracial affair. The questions they ask him are crazy. And he's like...
I mean, that's the propulsion of the movie, right?
Yes.
Is that he has to take care of Perfidia and Bob now.
Yeah.
To eliminate so that he can become in this esteemed white supremacist
he just
club.
Wants to be in this silly fucking group. It's so creepy.
But I like the line where he's like, find me a reason to get to wherever that city is.
Oh, yes, like, Backton Cross. He tracks them down very quickly.
Yeah. It's like, I think PTA is trying to, hint at how the government can just find reasons to invade places.
Oh, yeah, and disappear people. Like, right? They snatch fucking Howard Somerville right from his house, put a hood on him. That was kind of a fun scene. And then, he's under the guise of immigration and drug busts. They go in and they bust up like all these shops. And they go to the high school.
Well, I want to pause there or just talk about that. I think when when this movie really kicks into gear when we get to this, like the 16 years in Leo, and even like the funny stuff where Leo's like, is it a they, them?
Oh, when her friends come over and say, he's like, what's up, homie? That's how you knock on somebody's door?
He does this whole Bad Boys 2 impression.
Yes. And he's like, if you do anything to her, I will do the exact same thing. He's like, hey, what's up, SA? You cool? We cool?
Yeah, it was fun. It was entertaining.
Fucking funny.
Fucking funny.
But what I was also getting to is like, I think that when they're in the town, some of the shots are just like the way the world unravels, where it's like he's with Benicio and Benicio's taking him through all these different, like the shop becomes like an underground tunnel, becomes an apartment complex where he's doing this Harriet Tubman thing.
Yeah.
And like just the way the world unfolds on camera, like it doesn't seem like much, but think about it like a lot of movies. You wouldn't even like understand the geography of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie just like things unravel and you see more and more than things become more than meets the eye. Yet it's still funny because this whole time Leo's like, I just need to fucking charge my phone.
Yeah, he's trying to charge his phone though.
I mean, every time he called the hotline was fucking funny. He's like, listen, I fried my brain. I don't know the codes. Can you just tell me what the rendezvous point is? And the way he berates the guy and finally gets it. He's so fucking funny in this. I loved all that. And then,
but that scene is so like big.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have like the protests happening.
Oh, there's like fires and riots and SWAT team out on the street.
Yeah. And then you have like them jumping across the roofs and shit. And I'm like, this is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it like cuts and then all of a sudden he falls down the fucking
so
roof.
funny. And then the guy, then he calls the sensei. He goes, hey, your boy fell off the roof and got arrested. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, he got tased.
I just thought that whole thing like was so riveting and so awesome to look at, yet so funny.
Yeah.
Like there were so many emotions I had during that scene.
It's doing a lot of things at once.
Yeah.
It's juggling a lot of different things.
Yeah, because in other directors' hands, I mean, even I liked Caught Stealing, but even in Caught Stealing, for example, it's just very straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a chase.
Yeah.
Where this is like it's a chase, but there's this shit going on and this shit going on and this shit going on.
He's like one step behind him and Bob's one step ahead of him. I mean, I even love the moment where the protests and he's like, send in the dudes. And then you see the guys come in from the back and just throw a Molotov cocktail and now they can go in and fucking
They're like
gas
Antifa type dudes.
Yeah,
or
that
whatever.
shit happens. I was like, I know that shit happens.
Not even Antifa. It's like an inside job on the right.
Any
like,
protest,
starting
bro.
it.
Anybody who does that, you're like, somebody could have been sent in to do that. You don't know. And they just show it. It's great. I love when she goes to the dance and then Deandra finds her little communicator with the melody goes off and she knows the code words and she gets to safety and then they got to interrogate all the kids.
The line though, when they're talking about the codes, the line where he's just like, I fried my brain.
I got really high. So let me tell you, I've had moments where I'm just at home, just smoking, getting high. And then something really important, urgent happens. And you're just like, fuck, I'm too high for this right now. I wasn't expecting this. So I can fully relate to fucking Bob here.
That's every time I've been high. This happened.
I was like, every time you're high, I'm like, God, I hope nothing important happens because I would be useless. And and even when he finds out the code, he's like, oh, fuck you. I'm going to fucking kill you. Some stupid code. It's so funny.
I love how he like enacts some sort of thing to get the manager. And then the manager's like, dude, that's Bob. He's like, he's a legend. What are you doing?
That's the greatest line where he goes, let me ask you a question. He's like, no. He's like, no, Bob, you'll get this one. What's my favorite kind of pussy? Because Mexican hairless. He's like, oh, it's Bob. He's good. Apologize to him. Tell him where to go. Fuck. And then Sensei,
he's funny too. He's great.
The fact that he's calm and their chaos. He's got the rifle for Bob. I love where he's like, I got a Mexican Harriet Tubman situation going on right now. I gotta fix it. So
I love how he's just like, how calm he is, and how he's like, I got I know exactly what to do.
He's
I
like,
know
Bob,
where to
let's
send
go.
people,
Yes.
where you should go. I know what I've dealt with this shit.
Get him to line up, and he's got the tunnel already. And he's
what about when he gets pulled over by the cops?
And
he's still calm as a cucumber.
Yeah. He's like, I had a few beers.
I just love how he's like casually like
dancing.
Well, not only the dancing, but they get in the car, or like every time he sees Leo, he pulls out like a few beers. He's like, "Here you go."
Yeah, he's constantly
he shows up with beer.
He's constantly giving a beer,
and they're just casually drinking and driving.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, speaking of the drinking and driving, the line Leo has, he's like, "I know how to drink and drive."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna do." What are you talking about?
Like, his daughter gives him shit. How did you get home last night? He's like, I know how to drink and drive.
I love when he's like, he's got that roach clip and the phone call, and he's like, "Fuck, what do I do?" And he just keeps smoking the joint. It's so funny.
Every time he smoked the like, what is that, like the pot, out of the pipe or whatever, where he's like,
"Oh yeah, he's hitting the bong." Yeah, he had a little pipe
bong.
in the car.
Everyone in the theater, my theater, was just dying laughing.
Well, in the beginning when he goes to the school and he's like, "Oh, you got the Grand Wizard Ben Franklin over there teaching him right things." So he's a revolutionary.
How much did you relate to him being high like that?
Oh my God. I mean, he Big Lebowski'd the shit out of this, right? Where it's very similar. Whereas the dude stuff just kind of happened to him, right? He really didn't have anything to do with it. He was just there. This one, at least it's like, it's because of him. He's involved and he's just got to figure out what to do.
I mean, I have to reiterate, when he falls off the roof, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Why did that kill him? That was tall. That was like 4 stories high. He bounces off the tree.
He landed on his face.
Yes. And then instantly gets tased. It's fucking funny.
That's those little things, right? Yeah. Where I think PTA is like, usually a big subversion is like, it's like the biggest point of the movie. But here it's just like a casual thing where this guy's running on the roofs. It's just all of a sudden just fucking falls.
Like, what's going to happen? And since they just cared about the gun.
Like the whole time that he's running on the roofs, these young kids are like fucking going fast.
He's like, it, and
he's like this old guy.
Yeah,
he's like,
they're just
in his
40s.
When he was doing that, I was like, I was thinking about myself in that, like in my 20s, I'd be jumping like that too.
Yeah.
But like, if I was chasing those kids now, I think I'd be acting some more similar to him.
Yeah,
Where I'd be like, wait a minute, let me put one leg over the other.
He clearly did not judge that jump between buildings before he went, because he just went and he went down. It's fucking funny.
Falls, maybe breaks his fall a little on the tree, but face plants, gets up, and tased immediately.
It's fucking great. But the immigrants escape, so you got like detention centers, you got Sensei running his own little fucking deal. Deandra brings Willa to this convent, and she lies about having a phone, so they kind of find her. Because she did have a phone. But here, she does learn her mother was indeed a rat, that's a kind of an interesting scene. And then, meanwhile, the Christmas Adventurers Club have found evidence that Lockjaw did father mixed-race child, and they send this dude, Tim, to just make it clean. They tell him, make it clean.
Clean enough so I can eat off the floor.
Yes,
that's
that guy was
what does that mean? He wanted them to kill Bob too.
Both of them.
Oh yeah,
and
get
make
rid of
it
everything.
Clean. Make it look like
kill Bob, kill Sean Penn.
Right. Because they can't have the fact that they let in some guy that was fucking a black girl.
Yes.
And had a kid.
Yes. And he has a fetish.
I do love you. I mean, you might have about to say this. I do love even that hospital scene where they just are like, you have diabetes.
Sensei's got some power, man. He's got inside people at the jail and the hospital.
You're going to go to the bathroom and go towards the fire escape and get out.
And he's waiting for him. But before that, you have the whole scene where Lockjaw does finds the convent and finds Willa, and conveniently has a DNA test with him. I guess he was planning on this. And
not conveniently. I know that was the plan.
Yeah, portable DNA test, and runs the test and confirms in front of her that he is indeed her father.
Well, he goes, if the bars line up.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
They don't line up, you're good.
I love the way he says it. He's like, the bars line up.
Uh-oh. And then it's another great scene where Bob has to jump out of the car as Sergio, the cops are chasing him, and he just kind of tosses him out of the car. He gets another car, reaches the convent, takes a shot as they're moving Willa, but he's not good because he's fucking stoned. And then this just crazy sequence of Lockjaw handing Willa off to Avanti, who we saw in the beginning, who snatched Howard Somerville. And
he's a Native American man.
Native American, and he tells him, he's like, he's not even real Native. He like talk shit about him. But he wanted him to take care of her, kill her, and he wouldn't do it.
That was cool when he grabbed the gun and went in there and killed everybody.
That was crazy. So he tells him to just take her to the safe house, I guess, where she's going to be handed off and somebody else is going to kill her. But
so it's a white supremacist safe house.
White supremacist safe house. But he just that whole scene is so good, and he just gets up and unhandcuffs her, and the guy's like, "What the fuck you think you're doing?" And he gets himself gunned down.
That scene very reminded me of Tarantino or Coen Brothers, where it's like, oh wait a minute, there's all of a sudden like a Mexican standoff type shit going on.
Yes, and everybody gets shot, and she's really smart. She like gets the handcuffs in front of her, has to get the key, and gets into Avanti's car, and takes off and drives right past Bob as he's looking for her, but he's really looking for the black van. And he sees the black van, but before he can get to Lockjaw, Tim out of nowhere just rolls up, fucking shoots him in the head. I wasn't expecting this. I was like, oh fuck.
All right, here's my one quip with this movie. One of my very small quips, and we're going to talk more about the scene. But How the fuck are they finding each other?
I don't know. He found him real quick.
Because he's finding the Tim, you said?
Tim finds Lockjaw.
Tim finds Lockjaw, and then
it's like one road.
Bob is finding what's the girl, his daughter.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't have, all he has is that like beeping thing that'll beep if you're within 100 yards.
There's one road with that stand on the corner, and literally Tim and Willa drive by him, and he doesn't. There's just one road. I don't know. It's the only road out there.
And then how does Tim know to go after the daughter? Like, how does he know that she's in that car?
He would not have known.
Yeah, it's a thrilling fucking scene.
It is that's a good point though. How did he?
But I don't know how they know where each other are.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, Willa takes off, drives past Bob. Bob finds Lockjaw's car crashed, and he's all scared because he thought Willa was in there. You think he's dead? She's not in there. And then you see Willa notice there's a car following her. Tim must have just guessed that the only other car out here, I don't know, must have had Willa.
I think the inference is that he knew that Lockjaw had gotten the daughter and he needs to find her now.
Yeah. And then she does another really smart thing by just leaving the car just past the hill so that he rolls up real fast and smashes right into the car. I was like, God damn, that was brilliant.
I have never seen a chase scene with the Hills film like that, where it's like you're almost on a ride.
Yes, it was
he has a camera.
Yeah, it's locked on the car. It was very shaky, but it's also like the shots of her driving are really cool.
But it is like very suspenseful because every time the car goes down the hill, you lose track of where they are. Yeah,
it's like a classic fucking car chase. Very simply, but done. And it's just clearly the geography. I was like, where's this road? I think they shot it in like Texas and parts of California.
No, it was California. Yeah.
But just to use the and that's like you said, Ruggs, very Hitchcock. To use the disappearing of the car as tension is fantastic. So, yeah, she jumps out and she asks for the code words and shoots him dead. And this is like, she's fucking killed her first dude and she's freaking out. And then Bob does find her and they drive off. She's fucking traumatized. And Lockjaw's not dead. I was also laughing my ass off with that shot of him with bloody. Man, Sean Penn's just walk, his demeanor, his posture was so good.
I wrote down he's lost in the role. He's a completely different person.
Yes, he becomes this character. And the next thing you see is Lockjaw in the Christmas Adventurer's office as they're accepting him into the club, and they show you his face, and it's all fucked up.
What does he say that he got what? He was taken advantage of. The way he says it is so funny.
I was reverse raped.
Reverse rape.
Because it was a semen thief. And then that guy goes, a semen demon? A sperm thief. And he goes, semen demon. I was like, well, who the fuck are these people? That was
fucking funny, too.
What the fuck is this? Like, it's so surprisingly funny in the weirdest place. A semen demon, he says with a straight face. Holy shit. And they're like, oh, I'm going to bring it to your office. Sit down. Oh, I forgot the keys. You know something was happening.
They give him the corner office, and he's all like,
look at this view.
So fucking happy.
He's so proud of himself. This is what he wanted. You can see it in his eyes.
Puts his feet up on the desk like, oh, yeah, I made it.
They just gas him and kill him.
So I put it in the chat. There's a scene from Vertigo, from Hitchcock, where they're in San Francisco on the hills, and they're driving through the town. Yeah. It's not the same, but it's got the same vibe.
So a lot of Hitchcock movies were filmed in San Francisco, and he used that a lot. And the one time I visited San Francisco, I felt like I was in a fucking Alfred Hitchcock movie the whole time. Because just the incline roads. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is very similar.
It's very, very, you can see the Hitchcock influence. So Lockjaw's dead. They burn his body. Does all the, get rid of the evidence. And then Bob and Willa are someplace. I guess they're safe now. I don't know where they are. They're not on the run. And Bob gives Willa a letter from her mom. And we get to hear Perfidia's voice one last time. She reads the letter. And then Perfidia, even though having never met her mom, and she's got one kill under her belt, decides she's going to be a revolutionary. And she's off to a protest in Oakland, 3 hours away by herself. And Bob's just like, that's cool. Have fun. Be safe, as he's smoking a joint. So she becomes...
Yeah, I didn't like that ending.
She becomes a revolutionary. How would you have ended it? Okay, couple of questions. Should the mom have come back? I feel like a normal, contrived, convenient writer would have the mom pop up in the third act to save them.
That's what I thought was going to happen the whole time.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But you know what? It would have been too fucking convenient. You'd be like, what the fuck? How did she pop up out of nowhere?
Right.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think that that's the way that she gets into the movie. I think it's Sean Penn who finds her, or the people that are people that are after, because she got away. Who was she to get away with it?
And if he's still in love with her and obsessed with her,
so she wouldn't come. Her character's too selfish to come back to save anyone, but she could think that she's getting away with it, and then Sean Penn would have gotten her. That's the way I thought it would have ended. But I also don't like the fact that they're in their own house that was just raided by the government.
Is that the same house? It was unclear. That's why I was like, are you guys safe now?
It looked like the same house.
Oh my God. I was like.
And they have cell phones now.
Yeah. So what happened? All that shit just went out the window?
And everybody was looking for them. So I'm like, they didn't, if there was some kind of a thing where they got a deal or something, or they're off the hook, we don't know about that. We just assume that that's that.
You would have to relocate again and get even another set of
a little sloppy.
So I agree with Ruggs with part of that. So I agree with Ruggs. I think them fast forwarding to them just being in the house, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. You had like a lot of people in the military looking for you guys, and you guys are like French 75 were
terrorists.
So, yeah, they might have been considered domestic terrorists, right? So that doesn't make any sense. What's her name? Willa?
The daughter or the mom?
Daughter.
Willa.
Willa. I actually don't have a problem with Willa becoming a revolutionary because throughout the movie she is a bit rebellious, and even against her dad. So I think that's part of like what her mom had like just by nature imbued in her. And I also think what they're trying to get at is like the father-daughter relationship and how dad is very overprotective.
Yeah, he's loosened up now.
Yeah, he's loosened up, and it's like to the extreme, right? Where he's like a revolutionary, but like I think that's just part of what her nature was. Like she was always going to be.
Throughout the movie,
I would think though that finding out that your mom is a rat that
would
left
turn you off.
Abandoned you for no reason, and not only that, but like it turned in all of her friends, and all the shit that she didn't end up doing anything except for hurting the people around her. Why would you want to emulate her mom? As like the only reason I would think that Willa would become a revolutionary is to hope to run into her mother.
My perspective on that is that she realizes, or she understands that it is like as a revolution, it doesn't stop.
Right.
So like her parents' sins are now passed down to her.
Yeah.
And she can't just stop it. So she's taking the path of, okay, well, I'll continue it. And while Leo is like older and he realizes, like, hey, I don't have the youth to do this and I'm smart enough not to do this. Like that's part of being a teenager is you have to let the kid go out and do their own thing and realize their own mistakes. And I can't protect her from the world forever.
I do like the thing that maybe she's doing it to run into her mother. That kind of, but throughout the movie, I
don't think she likes her mother. I mean, I think she like is at peace with her mother.
Yeah.
But I mean, her mother was revealed as a traitor.
The Lockjaw and the nuns throughout the movie tell her, we see your mother in you. You have it, Yeah. I love when she's like, she asked the nun, she's like, do I look like her? And she goes, not a bit.
She don't have those crazy eyelashes.
Yeah. The big booty she. I mean, there is a thing about like hypersexualizing black women kind of thing going on, but it's part of him being a creepy, perverted fucking piece of shit.
He's so good in that role.
He's so good at playing this fucking pervert, fucking creepy piece of shit character.
He's so leathery.
Yes.
And so creepy.
So old, and just the way he has his mouth turned down, every little. He's
even like the way he speaks. He's like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Why would that be a problem? Fucking great. The music, you guys, what'd you think of the music and the score? The music is kind of crazy because you had some fun needle drops.
Just like jazz and weird.
You had acoustic guitar, and then literally that whole third act has like 2 piano notes going. It's just going ding, 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 like constant. But I thought it worked, like to keep the pace going. Like it was it stuck out.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it stuck out. And they played
that was one of those where I was like, okay, PTA is putting like his spin because this isn't typically the music you'd hear in these types of scenes.
Yeah. It was like, very like improv jazz. But then Steely Dan's Dirty Work, it's a great song. Now, let's discuss. We talked about the mom was not a good person. She should not have come back. Everyone calling it a masterpiece, an instant classic, the hype, the marketing. What's interesting about the marketing is Leo just went on the fucking Kelsey Brothers podcast.
He's been all over.
And then Chase Infinity is like heavily been putting them on TikTok. And even Fortnite is doing like one battle after another skins. So they're really trying to get people to watch. But is the hype accurate? Over? Under? Anthony.
Oh man.
Is this a masterpiece?
I mean, the hype would have you believe this is the greatest movie of all time.
Yes.
I mean, it's very, very hyped. It's one of those things. I think it's very, very, very good. And I think it's like almost like a larger discussion on the effect of hype. Like, is hype, when you go into a movie that hyped, is it the fault of the marketing to overhype it? Or is it your own fault for not being able to regulate your own emotions going into a film? Right.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think it's, if enough people, here's the thing. If enough people believe it's a masterpiece, then it's a masterpiece, right? Like but so I don't know if I would fully go there, but I do want to try and give it another watch.
Yeah.
I would say there are some movies that I like even more this year than this movie.
Yeah.
But even just talking about this movie with you guys, like I'm having a lot of fun talking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack because he does give you a lot of fun stuff.
There's a lot to chew on.
There's a lot to chew on. Ruggs, what do you think of the hype?
Well, I think, I don't know, the hype, there was a lot of hype, but I didn't let that bother me.
Okay.
It didn't really play into how I feel about it. I know what to expect from Paul Thomas Anderson. I know I'm going to get a long-ass movie with some curveballs thrown in there, and there's going to be some strange bullshit going on. And, because Boogie Nights is full of that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some movies that don't, like The Master doesn't have anything like that. But Licorice Pizza does. And so there is a lot of movies where he's got that levity, these weird characters that are strange. And all those things happened when I saw the movie. It had more action than normal. I like that.
Yeah. Action was good.
The actors that are involved, like Sean Penn, everybody did a great job. And so I was satisfied, and that ending in that movie on this propulsive chase that keeps going.
Yeah.
It led to a good theater experience with high tension, not quite F1 level where my heart was pounding out of my chest the whole time, but it did elicit something from me as far as excitement. So I have to say that I didn't expect to go to a PTA film and be excited.
Right. Or have fun. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is a movie. All of his movies, like, it takes a while to process the movie. Like, you got to sit with it. And then I agree. Like, it deserves a second watch because so much shit happened. You kind of want to go back now that you know.
Like, is it a masterpiece?
Is it an instant classic?
I think it's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
It's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
Which means it's worth watching.
Yeah.
And I think all of his movies are worth watching at least once.
Well, I also think if you don't want to go in and watch this movie and be like, hey, what's the, like, think about the deeper themes or whatever.
It's a fun time.
It's still enough. Yeah. Like, it's still, I think it has enough forward propulsion throughout the movie. At the end of the day, it's a chase movie. Yeah. I think one of the questions I wrote down is like, we can talk about the masterpiece, it being a masterpiece or not. Like, I already think this is probably one of the best thrillers ever made.
Yeah.
This is more of an action thriller. There's, the psychological thrillers, but when you think about like the all-time great thrillers like Silence of the Lambs or Seven, or think about like your chase films, like Snatch or things like that, like those type of movies. Like, I think it's just as good as a lot of those films in terms of like you feeling like you're just locked in, like what's going to happen next.
Right. It grabs you and it keeps going.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if I go that far, but I do think that it's a very well executed film.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see where this like as time passes, where people would consider this on like a all-time thrillers.
Anthony, let's talk to Anthony Polanski here.
Oh, we're gonna go to Oscar corner.
Oscar nominations. What do you see? I feel like it's gonna get a bunch.
Oh, this is. I mean, if you see, the only thing that's gonna hold this back from getting like all the award wins is if the narrative is, hey, this movie made no money, and that just becomes the narrative. Otherwise, like to me, this is the front runner for everything. This is going to be nominated for probably 8 to 10 awards.
Yeah, all the performances. Best picture.
Well, the performance. Well, Leo for sure. Sean Penn for sure.
Chase.
Maybe Chase. It depends who they want to campaign. But like a lot of the technical awards, I think the narrative around this writes itself, right? So PTA has been nominated for I think 10 or 11 Oscars, never won. Everyone is saying this is like his masterpiece. Mm-hmm. I think this is the clear front runner to win Best Picture.
Well, it's the topical thing.
Yep, topical.
It's it's got this revolutionary they're trying to do undo the bad stuff from white supremacist America.
Is it too political for
No, I think that they were going to lean right into it.
I mean, they stopped short of saying like MAGA or Antifa, but they're leading right into it.
Well, I don't think they're necessarily also saying this is a good or a bad thing. I think it's just kind of now as this movie gets more popular and more people see it, and it starts, Oscar season starts to come out, there will be, you can bet on it, all your life on it, or maybe not that much, but bet some money on it. There will be a whole this movie is too far left type narrative that comes out, right? So that's coming. That's going to come.
Yeah, but Emilia Perez got fucking nominated. If that fucking thing gets nominated, this should.
No, but this movie is going to be nominated for Best Picture. It is a top. It is the front runner in my opinion. It's probably at the very least a top 3 contender for Best Picture.
Paul Thomas Anderson, 11 Academy Award nominations, 0 wins.
The narrative is there. It's similar to the narrative when Scorsese did The Departed, where
it's time.
No one was like, "Oh, The Departed's his best film," but they were like, "This is the best. It's his time."
Well, and he has made like his most commercial, accessible, entertaining kind of movie here.
Right. People are also comparing it to Nolan's Oppenheimer, where they're like, it's his time. The only thing though with that comparison is Nolan's films are like gigantic box office draws, whereas PTA's never been that guy.
Nolan can pull the
There's
money.
only 2 directors right now on name alone that draw money. It's Nolan and it's Tarantino.
What about James Cameron?
What about Spielberg?
James Cameron does, but he doesn't do it enough. He doesn't come out enough. James Cameron. So Spielberg, if you saw his last 2 films have lost money.
They did not do well.
Last 2 films have lost money. Fucking Scorsese was up there. His movies are losing money. There's only 3 guys. Ruggs is right. 3 guys that are still name alone making money. No, Denis Villeneuve just started getting there.
Okay,
but he's doing a franchise. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. You put your name on something somewhat original.
Yeah. I mean, people are going to go see these Avatar movies, and they're terrible.
Yeah,
right. James Cameron. Yeah,
you see that new trailer? It's fucking dope. It was great.
No. I mean, I'm there. Trust me, I'm there.
But yeah, this is.
But it's
right now. If you want to go like Best Picture, like contenders, it's this one.
Yeah.
Hamnet, which is a Chloe Zhao movie that's going to come out.
Yeah.
It's a very sad movie.
Yeah.
And then probably Sinners is number 3 right now.
Okay, well, having said that, Anthony, why don't you rate it? I also want to know where it ranks in your favorite movies this year.
Yeah.
And Paul Thomas Anderson, even though you haven't seen one. I guess you can.
I think this was a lot of fun. I think this movie will probably go up in rating upon multiple viewings.
Yeah.
But right now I have it as a 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason I have it there is I thought it was really, really fun. Yeah. I'm struggling with like what you were writing, like what's it trying to say, and maybe some of the deeper things that like a Sinners has.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really fun, really good. Might have been a little overhyped, which maybe dampened my enthusiasm after. But I have it ranked as my 4th favorite film this year.
Yeah, see, that is a fair, reasonable fucking assessment.
I have, so just for some perspective, I have Weapons 1, Sinners 2, Sorry Baby 3, One Battle After Another 4, and then F1 is 5.
Okay.
Thunderbolt 6.
Okay. Rugs, same questions.
Well, I didn't rank. Paul Thomas Anderson's my favorite. It's my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson.
Okay. But you've only seen Magnolia.
But I've only seen 3. There Will Be Blood's probably like a better fucking singular performance.
That's the best one.
But this one is like easier to watch than There Will Be Blood.
Sure. Okay. Rugs.
It's for Paul Thomas Anderson films, it's third. It's and I think it's tied with Magnolia for me.
Okay.
But it's obviously Boogie Nights, There Will Be Blood, and then it's tied with Magnolia for third. And Licorice Pizza's right behind there. As far as what I've seen this year, I think it's up there. It's in the top 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I really liked F1. I like Sinners.
Yeah.
I liked Weapons. So this is up there with them.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to give it an 8.5 too.
Yeah, you know what? It's not my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I'm the same. I think I would go Boogie Nights, Magnolia, this movie. I haven't seen There Will Be Blood. I want to see it. That'll probably change once I see that movie. I would also give it an 8.5. And again, it is up there with, for me, Sinners, Weapons. And I forgot about F1. That's also good. So all the same, but it's definitely one of my favorite movies of the year so far.
I got a question for you to keep you guys on your toes.
Yeah.
Where does this rank as far as all-time Leo performances?
Oh man, Leo is really good, and I thought it was interesting that he's playing like
I got a better question.
Up. Yeah,
this or Once Upon a Time
in Hollywood. It's a very similar kind of character, similar performance, where he's like.
I
think The Wolf of Wall Street is one of his best performances.
Yes. Well, he has a lot of roles where he's playing like the suave guy who's got it all together, has figured everything out. And I love him kind of playing his age here. I really like this performance of him. I thought it was really funny. He plays the fucking stoner part brilliantly. And it was just fun watching him in his robe.
Those are all, the 3 you brought up are all like great performances.
Yeah. And he has so many though. This is the dude who started in fucking Growing Pains, for fuck's sake. And
he was almost Spider-Man.
And like, you think of What's Eating Gilbert Grape when he's younger, and the Aviator, Catch Me If You Can. Like, he's good in everything, man.
Titanic.
Like, he's good in everything.
The Departed.
Everything. He's good. He's so good at everything.
Shutter Island.
I like
Django Unchained.
Yeah,
I think Django Unchained. If you think about his performance there, he's a fucking diabolical guy in that movie.
Yeah.
Revenant.
Yeah.
He's got a lot.
He picks really good projects, man. Like,
he works with the best directors.
Yes, he
works with the best directors, and he stays away from like the big IP stuff.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever see him in a Marvel movie.
No,
he just doesn't want to do it.
Nah, why would he ever do that?
Yeah, he commands $25 million.
$25 million, yeah, and you get to work with Sean Penn, who fucking just stole the movie.
You get to work with the greatest director. You get to work with PTA and fucking Quentin Tarantino and Adam McKay. Cameron. You've worked with everybody.
So again, I got to give it up to Chase Infinity, her first movie, for her to be able to keep up with fucking Sean Penn and Leo. And perfectly fit in, and you buy it, is amazing. Like, I don't know where she came from, where that came from.
The debate in Oscar circles is of the 3 women who gets nominated.
Fuck. Tiona Taylor.
A lot of people are saying Chase.
It should be Chase. Tiona Taylor's only in the first act of the fucking movie.
That's the strike against her. She's only in it for
Regina Hall was fine. But It's Chase, man. It's Chase, Sean Penn, Leo's movie. These are the 3 stars here. These are the 3 standouts.
Yeah. They're saying the early thing is right now is Leo gets nominated, doesn't win.
Yeah.
Chase gets nominated. I don't know if she wins, but it's like Sean Penn's award to win.
Yeah. Yeah, he is his career also wild if you think about Fast Times at Ridgemont High and where he came from and all the shit he's done, and he kind of stopped doing movies for a while, and he is super political and very vocal, and the man just doesn't give no fucks. Like, he's kind of fucking awesome.
My favorite, I didn't answer my own question. My favorite all-time Leo is Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay. Yeah, there's so many, but this is all right. Good stuff, man. It's a crazy movie. Wild ride. Definitely check it out on a big screen. It is worth it. in terms of cinematography.
Yeah, I mean, if you are one of those that's banging the drum for big budget original movies, although this is based off of a book, with auteur directors, like there's no reason you shouldn't see this movie.
Yeah, it's that book is like it has a lot of the same plot points and kind of the whole father-daughter relationship, but then he just wrote like different stories and it kind of does follow the book. It's very interesting how he adapted this because it's not like a straight adaptation.
And he said it. I don't think the book is in modern times.
Right.
Oh, so fun fact for PTA: this is his first movie since Punch Drunk Love that was set in the present.
Yeah, and it's like a weird present because I was like, "Is this happening now? When is this?" Because the book deals with 60s counterculture, revolutionaries, and Vietnam War and shit. And he just made it set it present. So yeah, it's a reflection. It's an artistic reflection of what the fuck is going on. All right, let's do some news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Words are always funny. That's what that means. I got one comment about this movie from Jose Ibarra. Says, it was a really good film, maybe the best of the year. Not my personal favorite, though. With the hype it had, I wasn't blown away, but also wasn't disappointed. Leo was great, but Benicio steals every scene. He goes, I've had a few small beers. It's an all-time great line and delivery. You know, their moment, let me know what you think about this. Could some of this have been trimmed? Like, that part with Benicio is funny when he gets pulled over by the cops. It's not really necessary, though. You could have tightened up a little bit. But, I don't know. The movie is vibe, and it's kind of this rambling screwball journey.
If I felt that the movie was too long, I probably would have said it in the review. So I didn't feel that, really.
Yeah, that would actually be... Something? Go ahead, Rug, sorry.
I went there tired.
Oh.
I went to the movies tired.
Did it wake you up?
Yeah, and I was up for the whole thing. So there's times where I go to the movie and I'm fully energized and I'm like fighting to stay awake. Yeah. Like, you know, you never know what's going to happen, but this one kept me awake the whole time.
I'm with you, Ruggs. I did not feel the length of this movie at all.
Yeah, it kind of does. It just keeps moving. All right. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, we have some early results from our superhero movie draft poll.
Oh, shit.
From last episode. If you haven't listened, it was really fun. The three of us drafted a team of 9 superhero movies. And you can vote on our Twitter, X, our Facebook. I've collected votes from Instagram. There's a poll on our Patreon page. There's a poll in the Spotify episode for that episode 607, tallying up all the episodes. Kind of surprising. Rug Boy is in the lead.
Oh, shit.
I knew I would be.
Followed by myself, and then Anthony is third. It's very close, but that's how, even with the Batman versus Superman pick, Anthony, what do you think? I was surprised. Rug Boy's getting the most votes.
I got the Dark Knight, man. Yes. I got the clutch.
The first pick was the right first pick. Like, that's the smartest first pick.
There's something going on here. There's got to be something going on.
That's a big fuck up right there. I got the MVP. I got the big pick.
Look, there's still time to vote on the poll. Send us, you can go on any of those platforms or just email show@jockandnerd.com or vote, and we will continue counting the votes. But I was very surprised, and it's been fun. It was a lot of fun doing that. I showed it to people at work, and everybody's picking different things. It's kind of interesting.
Wow. Even to your face, they're like, wow, your pick's stuck.
Yeah. One person picked you, somebody else picked me, and then you. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good little chart. You can see the list of movies on our socials. All right, let's finish up. What are we watching? Anthony, you watch anything?
Yeah, I submitted something to Patreon.
Oh, that's right.
I'm curious if you guys saw it. I saw it in the movie theater, Better Off Dead.
Oh, I meant to put this. Yes.
Oh, I've seen Better Off. Yes. I just watched it. Like it just came out like on streaming like a couple of months ago.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but this is a classic Cusack movie.
It's a fucking weird ass movie.
I had the best time watching that fucking movie.
You never saw it before?
It was so funny. No, I've never seen it before.
Oh yeah.
So
got Booger in it.
Yeah. So my favorite, a couple of things that stick out, and I haven't seen the movie in years. But when he's on the mountain and he snorts the snow and he's like, do you know the street value of this mountain? And then the fucking paper boy is $2. Is the best.
You owe me $2.
Give me my money. Fucking chasing them down.
Yeah, it was part of Alamo's Weird Wednesday series.
It's a weird
I
movie,
went and
but-
saw it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you never saw that?
You never saw
No.
it? That is a movie like everyone should watch.
Well, it's one of those. It's a black satirical comedy of romance things, but then it becomes a romance movie.
Yeah.
It's just there's.
It's a pretty
like-
whacked out film.
It's very whacked
I
out.
need to
There's
watch it
there's so
again.
many jokes in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the
now you
little
gotta watch
brother.
all the other. You gotta watch all the other John
You
Cusack
gotta watch
movies.
Say Anything. You ever seen Say Anything?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, that's-
One Crazy Summer.
One Crazy Summer's great. Say Anything's great.
So did you? I was doing research while he was filming One Crazy Summer. It was the same director, Savage Steve something.
Yeah.
He saw the theatrical showing of Better Off Dead, and he hated it. And he refused to talk to the director
Cusack?
for years.
Really?
Yeah. He hated the movie. He was like, I'll never work with you
Oh my
again. So
God.
the rest of the filming of what was that movie? Better. Not
One
Better.
Crazy Summer.
One Crazy Summer.
Was like acrimonious.
You
throughout.
wouldn't talk to him during the making of
Yeah.
it. Oh
he
my
was
God.
like, you misled me on what this movie was. I hate you.
I've heard John Cusack's a jerk, though.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
He's a cocksucker. Everybody knows.
I love that.
It-
His sister's great, too. John Cusack's also hilarious.
I mean, the little brother making a fucking like picking up women and making a rocket. And there's just so many the mother and like her horrible cooking.
It's a great 80s movie, man. It's a weird.
Not
great
only it's an
movie.
80s movie,
Yeah.
it's
Time capsule.
right up your alley with like the airplanes and all
Yep,
that type
yep,
of stuff.
Yep.
I mean, he's trying to commit suicide throughout the whole
Yeah,
movie.
it's dark.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's Better Off Dead. It's right there. I gotta
It's
watch
funny.
that again. It's been a long
It's
time.
like the opening of the film, right? It's like goes in his room and he's got pictures of this girl everywhere. And they've only been dating for like a couple of months. And there's like nobody bats an eyelashes. This is fucking mental
He's
behavior.
stalking her. He's obsessed with
And then there's a girl that this is the most fucked up part of the movie.
her.
There's a girl, that French girl that
Yep.
comes in as an exchange student, and she lives with like the this family, and it's like the fat dude that's living there. And the only reason that she's living there with them is the mother's trying to get this girl to hook up with her son.
That's weird.
And it's so fucking weird.
Oh yeah, and then they're like together for a while, and it's like clearly assault
Yeah.
throughout the movie.
It was the
I love
80s.
the scene. I love the scene where he's trying to kill himself with the gasoline, and then he decides not to drink it, and then he puts it in a glass, and then the mother of the fat kid drinks it by accident, and she lights up a cigarette, and the house explodes. And then the next scene, they're like, "Oh, she'll be all right. She just has to avoid spicy food."
That's great.
And the rest of the movie, her mouth is just taped up.
Yeah.
It's
fucking
I need
insane.
to watch this again. It has been so long, but I remember loving this movie.
It's so 80s.
Yeah.
I put it on like a couple of months
No
ago. I was
way.
like, I gotta watch
No
this.
way.
I enjoyed it, but I was like, wow, I don't remember it being this weird.
Yeah.
Because I guess when you watch it, everything's weird in the 80s.
Yeah.
So you're just like, you're desensitized to it at that point.
I will say it is definitely an 80s film, but I even was like, whoa, this is fucking weird for the 80s.
Yeah, you
This is
gotta
really
watch
out
One
there.
Crazy Summer. It's got Demi Moore and Godzilla in it. So
Okay.
And
gotta check
what
it
do you
out.
think of Say Anything, Ruggs? I love Say Anything.
Say Anything is a good romantic comedy.
Yeah, solid like teen romantic.
Yeah,
comedy.
sure.
Yeah.
It's on the same on the lines of all those 16 Candles and all those other films.
Yep, it's one of those you had to watch. It was a
I'm,
rite of
I'm
passage.
glad you guys have seen this movie because
Great.
I was like, oh, this seems like right up your alley.
Yeah,
But this is like growing up in the 80s, you saw this movie.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
just
yeah.
every John Cusack movie you would watch because it was like one of the more like the offbeat films,
Yeah.
like that would be a little bit weird. And they always had like one of them had Bobcat Goldthwait in him,
Yeah.
which is One Crazy Summer.
Well, what always gets me too about these 80s movies is by the end, the fucking love interest, which in this case is the French girl, I'm like, she's got me.
Yeah.
I'd marry that girl. She's got me.
Yeah.
She's won my
Oh.
heart by the end of this movie.
Just like Sloane Peterson and Ferris Bueller, you're like, okay, I see why he likes Sloane Peterson. What? Anybody? You guys catch up with Gen V at all?
I watched it.
Episode 4.
I did not get to that one.
It was all right. It was all right. It's good.
Yeah.
So, you learn some things about the principal. He makes him fight. It's fun.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it at the end.
Ruggs, you watch anything?
I watched a documentary on Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
Called It's Never Over. If you don't know who Jeff Buckley is, if you ever watch The Voice or any of these fucking shows where people sing and they sing Hallelujah, that's a Leonard Cohen song, but Jeff Buckley's version of it is what made it famous. He sings it like very angelically. not the version that's in Watchmen when they're fucking in the owl ship.
Oh yeah.
But so Jeff Buckley is this musician in the 90s that his dad was like it was Tim Buckley, a famous musician.
Oh, Tim Buckley, that's right.
Yeah, he died of a heroin overdose when he was like 28 years old or so, 27 years old. And evidently, like, he was blowing up, and he never knew his father because his father just like fucked his mom and then fucked off and was being famous. But he always grew up in his shadow. But he was also a musician, and he was like a slave to music. And he was working in the city while we were in the city, Imran.
No, I don't remember. I was not big into Jeff Buckley at that time, or still. I know the Hallelujah.
There was a place called Cine that was a cafe.
Yeah.
But he turned it into a live event by playing acoustic. Anyway, so it became a thing that so much of record labels were trying to sign him. And so they sign him. He does this album and blows up. And Brad Pitt is Chris Cornell. All these celebrities just start flocking to him, because they think that he's like this next.
He was like the musician's favorite musician.
Yeah, he sang in a falsetto voice. He did this he was like post grunge, and where like grunge is very masculine. Like he was kind of like effeminate a little bit, and kind of like singing in a falsetto.
Yeah.
He grew up around his mother. His mother like Nina Simone.
Yeah.
So he covers Nina Simone songs and stuff like that. French songs from like some French singers. So he was like very eclectic, but so he gets famous and he goes on tour, and then the record label like wants him to come out with a record, and he starts to go crazy. And then right before he's about to record his next record, he goes fully clothed into the river and he never comes out.
Just drowns. The fuck? So
this movie explores his life.
Whoa.
And it's just a kind of exploration of this guy's obsession with music, this guy's obsession with his, like, how everybody's obsessed with his father.
Yeah.
He goes to a party, right? And like Paul McCartney, Linda McCartney are there, David Bowie, everybody's there. And Linda McCartney's sitting there going, I know your dad. And he's like, I never met him. She's like, oh, and we hung out all the time and told him all these stories. Like, wow, this, like, famous people knew my dad.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And then David Bowie basically says, like, you're like the best singer that has come out in years.
Wow.
You're probably one of the top rock singers of all time.
Wow.
And he couldn't handle that compliment.
Wow.
He felt like the crushed under the weight of that compliment.
Oh man.
So it was very interesting. Great documentary done. I think Amy Berg directed it. And I love Jeff Buckley. And so Brad Pitt wanted to make a Jeff Buckley movie. He loved Jeff Buckley so much. Jennifer Aniston, all of these people were like trying to get this movie made. And the mother would never allow Brad Pitt to play her son. And so it just fell apart. And then this documentary is what came of it.
It sounds really great. I love music docs like this. I want to check it out. It's brand new, right? You got to pay for it on Amazon.
Yeah, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
It'll probably end up being on Amazon without pay soon. So,
but I looked at the entry and I was like, oh, this looks really good. It sounds great. And I wasn't that into Jeff Buckley. I don't know why.
I don't know. He's not for everyone. He kind of sings in a falsetto voice, but I think the thing about him is if you just play the song Hallelujah.
I know that song. Yes, that's beautiful.
It's a beautiful song.
Absolutely.
It touches everyone as they hear it.
Yeah.
So, but his other music's great. He rocks out, actually.
He just has the one album then, right?
Yeah, he just has Grace, and then they cobbled together a bunch of sketches that he had for the next album and put that out as well.
I've heard people call that one album like one of the greatest rock albums ever.
Yeah, Grace. Yeah,
the first Sizzleman one. All right. I checked out the Marvel Zombies. And anybody see this? No.
I saw the first episode.
Watched all 4, and you know what? It was fine. It's fine. It's darker. It's a little violent. That's fun, right? Kamala Khan is like one of the big characters through this, which is fun. Spider-Man's in there. They do have a cool version of Blade / Moon Knight. It's Blade with Khonshu inside him. And that guy was pretty dope, slicing up zombies. And what's her name? Wanda is the queen of the dead, and she's trying to take over the world. They got to stop her. Blah, 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 blah. It's fine. Ultimately, I'm like, what is the point? It's so pointless. It's kind of pointless because they could just kill anybody. And it ends on a cliffhanger, and they're going to have a second season. And I don't know. It was just okay.
I feel like there's nothing that wasn't anything in it for me. Like I was just watching it just to watch it.
Yeah. Animation's kind of fun, and the violence is kind of fun.
Kind of Halloween-y, you know.
Yeah, but it's just like you could do whatever. Like with this, the zombie thing doesn't even really make sense. But you just like they redo parts of like Infinity War with zombie Thanos and other parts. But I was like, it doesn't matter. It's not. They're just fucking zombies. Whatever. It's fine. The other thing I watched was this documentary, which is really good on Hulu. It's called Beyond Utopia. It's not a fun doc. It is about this pastor in Seoul, Korea, who helps families defect from North Korea. And it follows this one family that there's like an 80-year-old mom and a grandma and 2 kids and the son and the mom. And the way they got to get out is go cross the river into China and get from China through Laos, through Vietnam to Thailand where they're safe, and then get back into South Korea. And this movie has all real footage smuggled out from this operation.
Why can't they go directly to South Korea?
They can't go. It's too heavily guarded, the actual border between North and South Korea. There's no way. Oh, I'll tell you why. There's 2 million landmines across the border of North and South Korea. That's what they said. 2 million on both sides. It's damn near impossible. You got to go out to China. But here's the thing. You have brokers helping you. You can't trust anyone. You can't trust these brokers. They can fuck you for money. The pastor himself was not allowed to go into China because North Korea was looking for him. He couldn't go into Thailand because somebody else was looking for him. He met them through Vietnam and Laos, and he's like, all right, I got to let you go now. You got to get to Thailand. You'll be safe there. I won't be safe here. This fucking 80-year-old grandma takes this through the fucking forest and up the mountains in the middle of the night, avoiding soldiers and people looking for them, trying not to get caught. It is haunting, heartbreaking, and fucking thrilling. No recreations. It's all actual footage the documentary makers shot somehow with little cameras they gave them. And then the way you learn about how North Korea became that way, what the kids are singing, there's a couple of interesting things. There's no word for American. The word for American is American bastard. It's one word. They're referred to as American bastard. These kids sing these songs that they've been lied to, that Kim Jong-un is God and everything in North Korea is great and everywhere else stuff is falling apart. And they're essentially just raised in a prison. And the most heartbreaking thing at the end, this lady's trying to get her son out. She can't. And she's like, I was born in the wrong country. I was born in the wrong country, as she's crying because everything. It's fucking wow. It's really good. I've been fascinated by North Korea because it's a fascinating place. But I would recommend this Beyond Utopia doc on Hulu.
Okay, sounds cool.
Yeah, man. It makes you appreciate the country you were born in. Let's be clear. But you also see similarities of things Kim Jong-un is doing, and the things are happening a little bit. So very interesting. It was shot mostly like right after the pandemic, came out in 2023. So I've watched a lot of North Korean docs. This is the most recent.
You've watched a lot of North Korean docs.
Yes, yes. Even Squid Game was based on, I believe, something that was happening in North Korea, like a similar type of games with kids. But I'm fucking, dude, that whole, when Dennis Rodman went, do you see that doc? That was fascinating. The shit is fascinating. It's a wild country. I don't know why more people aren't more concerned with what's going on there than they are, because it's fucking nuts. So, yeah, it's not happy, but it's eye-opening. Anyways, that'll do it for this week, fellas. Rod, where can the people find you
online? What a way to
end
end the show.
I know, kind of ended on a kind of a bummer. Heavy subject, North Korea. But people need to know what the fuck's going on there. If you don't know, I've watched this documentary.
Sorry, everybody stop listening.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's why I saved it for the end.
Like they got to the review.
I'm going to end with punishing communist prison country state.
Yeah.
Ruggs, where can the listener find you?
You can find me on X at Rug Boy Show.
I'm a follow. Anthony, what are you doing this week?
This week I will be at I'll be at Oktoberfest. They're doing one in Chicago.
Oh, it is that time.
Yeah.
Get your Steins.
Get my Steins.
All right. In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com, for all things, how to support, how to connect, how to get in touch. Thank you for listening. Share the show is the most important thing you could do. Thanks for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
I fucking loved it.
I love this movie.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
My balls is hot.
Jock and Nerd. I'll let you do that one by yourself.